Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zagger-tastic stream. It is I, your friend, the one, the only Z, a single god, Zagger, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, whatever that is for you. Today, welcome back to the Dragon's Den, my friends, for another magic, it's Tuesday. We don't have a name for Tuesday. What should we give this to?
Tears Day?
Yeah, we'll call it Tears Day.
That's what it's named after,
Yeah,
and he's in this game.
That's gonna be the temporary name for it. And we're joined with Andrew, the MythologyGuy. How are you doing today?
I breathe quite a bit. If you're wondering why we're doing this on a Tuesday instead of tomorrow, tomorrow's my birthday.
You just had to get older, didn't you? That's why I made a deal with God. This isn't gonna happen again with me.
Okay, Joey. Oh yeah, we just beat that stone dragon.
That was cool. I just noticed there's a dead dwarf just here on the floor.
It's probably the one who imprisoned it in stone in the first place. Way to respect the dead, Shane.
It's a funeral pyre. There. Now his ashes. Where's Atreus?
Atreus left because he saw what you were doing. He was like,
Dad.
Fuck that. It's like in Red Dead where if you're near your horse and you start shooting people, your horse will run away.
That makes sense. We were doing some favors, right? I think so, right?
Were we? I think we just, we had just gotten to the part of the story where now, like, Ragnarok is about to begin, and then we were towards the end of the stream, so I was like, alright, before we finish, I'm gonna go kill this dragon.
Do you want to just do the story, then?
Yeah, let's just do the story. Like, we want to make sure we finish the main story today, right?
That's true, that's fair. That makes sense. If you want to turn it up a bit, you can.
Yeah, let's turn it up. I can't hear it, damn.
Yeah, Jack is way louder than this game, so I'm going to turn it way down.
Why?
Last time you fought, you couldn't beat him. What happens when we meet him again? What'll be different from last time?
Last time,
Am I going the wrong way?
with me.
Oh, did you hear that?
Wow.
Wait, what happened?
Thanks.
He said, Dad, I'm worried about Thor. Last time you couldn't beat him. What'll happen when we face him again? And Kratos said, last time you weren't with me.
Good dad. Kratos honestly went from, like, I wouldn't say the worst dad ever, but...
I don't know if he was ever a straight-up bad father, but he was too standoffish in a lot of ways.
Yeah. What is that flat? What is this?
Oh, that's because I marked it on the compass, so we'd know where to go.
That is the gate, right?
Yeah. Alright. Everything is wrong. It's Tuesday. Exactly.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. It really is the end of the world. Thanks for following, Infern Thorns.
I like the name of it. First.
That's pretty damn cool.
It sounds like you mixed two Pokemon names together, but you might not even have come.
I'm just picturing, like, this beast made out of a burning thorn
Y'all
bush.
still looking for the ore?
It's when God gets angry at Moses. Burning bush, burning thorn.
Now I'm spiky.
Alright, so you gotta go to Midgard.
Oh, we're going to the what do you call it?
Yeah, Tyr's Temple. Remember oh no, now you're going to Sindri's house.
I think Tyr's Temple has become Sindri's house.
No. You were supposed to go to Midgard.
Oh, my bad.
You pressed square instead of
You want
X.
some tissues?
Sure. Shane got a new cat, so sneezing a little.
Spoilers, that was
Oh dear. Whatever will the community do now?
I guess this is the closest spot.
Sup to you too, Infern Thorns. We've got, I think, a new viewer, Yeet McSkillet Skizzle. What a name!
Interesting name. It sounds like a name that Gabby would use.
And after that,
Yeah.
a new beginning for the rest of us.
Atreus.
I know.
Hello, Toko.
I'm just looking forward to seeing all the realms finally standing up to him.
Yeah.
Elves and dwarves and hell itself.
You are so certain they will unite.
They have to.
It kind of does bug me that we don't
After
spend more
everything they've
time
been through.
uniting them.
They have
Yeah. I really
Okay.
think there should have been more of that, because it doesn't, it feels so sudden that, like, the Valkyries, fine, that was built up in the last game. I
Yeah,
can
and the
believe
others
they're
are still
joining
making
us.
preparations for the attack. So there's time.
And yeah, Cert, of course, we just did that. But yeah, it would have been nice to have... I guess Helheim doesn't really need a mission, because they're just mindless zombies. You only have to convince Race and Elgar. And I can believe Mimir was able to convince her. But I really wish there had been an elf mission and a dwarf mission.
I feel like what would have been better, and this would have just made the game either made this game a lot longer or split it into 2 games, is obviously just add the missions in. But if it had made the game a lot longer than what they planned, what they could have done is stopped it right after Odin kills
Brock, yeah, but I had that same thought. God, imagine it being the game. Would have drove us nuts.
It either ends there or it ends right after you the whole thing with Cert, because that's like a huge galactic thing. And then he says, "I wait for Ragnarok."
You know what sucks? It was like perfectly gift wrapped, because so Freyr went to unite the elves, which makes sense. They worship him over there. But you could have it's hard to believe the elves can just unite so easily. And if they can, why didn't Freyr go there earlier? Gonna let thousands of people die constantly. Freyr, remember at his camp he has those 2 allies, the one light elf and dark elf, who fell in love. You could have incorporated that into it. He could have gone there with them. And also, there's that side mission where you steal that book from the elf temple that reveals that the elves used to be one race before they split apart. You could have incorporated that too. Those all could have been things like you and Freyr used to unite the elves. Look, you all used to be one race, and you can still find, commonality now. It happened for these 2, and yeah, there can be conflict with it, but there could. I don't know. It could have been it could have been so much more. Instead of making that a side mission where you find the book, that should have been the main mission, where when you're trying to unite Alfheim, you find that book revealing they were one race and all their old knowledge.
I'm in the right way. No,
I don't think you are.
There we go. It's this way. Yeah, I think it would have been better. If like I said, if those 2 missions were making the game too long, like I said, end right before they decide to unite all the realms together finally, and then the next game would have been them uniting the realms.
If it's too much stuff in the game, I don't know, maybe cut out a little bit of the Vanaheim stuff. There's so much shit in Vanaheim.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me, how much there is in Vanaheim.
I love that all that shit is there, but I would have rather had more story.
Is that why you didn't train me like one? Did you not think I could handle it?
I did not think you should have had to.
All the armies are probably gathered in their home realm.
They were talking about Spartan
Trying to
training.
blow gallows.
Yeah.
Guess I was kind of hoping to see some of them here.
When all the realm towers open at once, we'll...
I wonder if he told his son what Spartan training was
Odin will
like.
believe
I know he probably told him it was
No.
difficult, but...
Odin had
He told
lifetimes to
Mimir.
prepare for this.
Yeah, he told Mimir
Whatever
and he
gross
told Freya.
deception, he heard the truth as Tyr. Do not underestimate him.
Rousing speech,
Oh.
brother.
Yep.
Very
They're camp
inspirational.
Yeah, because the your allies are. I think the Valkyries came.
Wow, the Valkyries look different.
Welcome back. Hildisfini informed me of your success. We've been planning accordingly.
Well, what would Ragnarok be without Ragnarok?
Who else agreed to join us? I see the Valkyries.
Better than that, they are reborn. Corporeal and uncorrupted, thanks to no small amount of Vanir magic.
Nice.
They're shield maidens now.
Nice.
They're called
And your
shield
brother.
maidens instead of
He
Valkyries.
came through.
In the myth,
The
they're
elves
just
called
called
a truce to unite
Yeah,
against
I-
Asgard. That gives us an advantage by air. And with Hell's army
I mean,
for a vanguard,
also Odin's not a
about
fucking
Sindri?
asshole in
The
the
dwarfs?
myth.
Yeah.
we haven't heard
Or at
from
least
him.
if he is, it's not like
But
this.
there's time yet. And I think we have what we need to clear a path for the Ragnarok beast.
Well, when you say it like that, why worry at all? Secret. It's good to see you so... alive.
Scar alive.
I wasn't myself when last we met. I'm glad you're safe. My queen, the shield maidens will be divided among the forces breaching from Alfheim, Helheim, and here in Midgard.
Why can't I walk closer?
We
I want to
stand
give you a hug.
Shane, personal
Kratos.
space.
Atreus, Mimir. Please excuse me.
Oh,
No, we will not excuse you. You have a
night,
lot to
then.
answer for, bitch.
Freya,
Do you know how many tries it took to beat you in the last?
If the towers are the way in, we count on them.
Honestly,
being the
she
way
was
out.
such a great
And
extra
if
boss.
they are
Yeah.
not,
Then we all know what we signed up for. Our plan is only missing one thing. A leader.
that
I
honor is
nominate
yours.
Mimir.
You have a righteous claim.
It's gonna
and
be
the respect
Atreus.
of your troops. And you have faced this enemy before.
You know what I was
I
hoping
held
they would
his
have by the
invading
end of
army
this?
to a stalemate. This is our
Atreus with
invasion,
flaming hair.
a siege on his terrain.
That could have been cool.
I want our most
It's a little
experienced wartime
Inconsistent.
general in
The
the
myth. Some
field.
say
I
Loki
don't care
literally
about
had
the
flame
honors. I
for
don't
hair.
care
Some
about
say
the
it was the color
prophecies
of
and
flame.
champions.
And some
I
say it was the
just
color
need
of
us to
autumn,
win.
like a flame.
Freya,
I know what I'm
He does
asking.
have reddish hair, so it
Just-
kind of works, but it's not red enough.
You know how I like to think of Loki like Anger from Inside Out? Like normally
yeah.
his hair is just autumn
Kratos, your
colored,
tent
but
is
if
to
you
the
make
right,
him really mad
and
at
Atreus.
night.
Or like Hades from.
Oh yeah.
A young warrior needs his own space, don't you think?
I do. Wow.
He
Thanks.
gets his own tent.
Sleep
Hey,
on what we
congrats.
spoke of. Let me know in the morning what you decide.
Hey, you remember when I used to have to walk around this place, Atreus? We had to find that one horn so we could go up there, and we couldn't blow it till we had the head.
Unfortunately, we couldn't take the short way back up here because there was some snow in the way. You know, Odin, why did you build a wall? Why didn't you just shovel some snow in front of Asgard? Then there's nothing Kratos can do.
What do you think the wall is made of?
May I have a moment with Mimir?
It's made of unmeltables.
What is this? Game of Thrones? The ice wall? Oh. He wants to spend time with Mimir.
I don't know what tomorrow brings, but if tonight is our last night, I'd like to spend it feeling something besides hate.
There's something
Can
on
you
your
tell me one
mask.
last silly story?
Smeared lipstick.
I was
nothing I'd
eating
like more,
a foe.
except perhaps a dance.
If you're gonna have a
Do I mean
nice
lost
talk
to
with your
stay?
love, why don't you take the helmet?
Because then they'd have to make an actual
Can
face.
you even
You
see
respect love.
through that thing? I don't see
tell
your
silly
eyes.
stories.
You only tell silly stories.
I can never argue with you.
Oh,
That's sweet. It's weird to see him take his weapons off.
and then just hang him there.
How do they
wouldn't
hang
those
like that?
Fall?
Yeah, how
Like-
do they, I guess maybe if you like do it at the same time, the weight of each other.
It's part of the primordial
I like how
magic.
golden it is.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
You know, the best part of the ring is that he'll never be without a weapon.
Hey, yeah, he'll always have it. Takes the ring off. You idiot!
You fuck. Puts it on his penis.
I'm just wearing some charcoal. Doo-doo.
It's dragon shit.
How's your day been, Andrew?
It's been really good.
It's been okay. But I've been really looking forward to this.
Did you sleep okay last night?
Eh.
Yeah, same.
I don't know how you can sleep like that, Kratos. I never could.
I can more now.
It's cool. Like the lava is like moving on the armor a little bit.
Can I sleep here tonight?
Aww. Boy, I keep telling you that mohawk is stupid.
It's better than some mohawks I've seen.
You don't need a pillow? I could never sleep like that. I went on a camping trip once and forgot a pillow, and I had to like fold up my jackets and one. I cannot sleep without a pillow.
Same. I need something to push my head forward.
You must quiet your mind.
Close your mind
can't.
to it.
Then I
The face he makes while he's doing
Yeah. This story is called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It is the tale all about how his life got flipped turned
Promise you'll
upside
finish it
down.
tomorrow?
Is he telling him the story of him in
of course.
Greece?
Well, maybe if you wait and
Is
listen, you'll find
It's going to be the story about him traveling back in time.
You're-
Fighting.
This is going to be the story of when I was in a Java mobile game.
See,
This is the
I
story
had
of
to go-
when I fought Parappa the Rapper.
Who chopped wood?
This is the story of so I had to fight the Fates. They were these two of them were normal, but the third one was this giant boob creature
Brought the logs on
that
his
had
back
string
and
everywhere.
delivered them to
Alright,
his
so the guy
people.
chopped wood and brought them to his people.
But the logs were heavy. And he grew weaker as time went.
Pussy.
And one day, he threw down the
Quitter.
logs as he could no longer bear their weight. And he called for death to come
But
to him.
death left him on red.
And when death arrived,
Wait, I was invested. Where?
They'll tell it tomorrow.
Son of a bitch!
God, your stories are so boring,
Why
Kratos.
is the music always so poignant? I know I was roasting, but I wanted to hear the end of that. It was all a wall I put up to make people think I don't care. Well, no wonder you couldn't sleep. You had your flashlight on you moron.
It's his nightlight.
Also, there's light coming in. You didn't even close the tent.
To be fair, there's no zipper.
If his blades can magically hang, I expect magic closing.
Imagine how cold Kratos must be. He doesn't ever wear a shirt.
Oh, he's not cold. He's covered in the ashes of his
true.
family.
You're right. He's always
The ashes are pretty warm. He's always snuggling his wife.
Ew. Not his daughter. Remember in a side game, he pushed her away.
Someone
But he still has her ashes on him. That was her
Thanks for
spirit.
following. I will wait.
Damn fine woman.
I was thinking
she
about
was.
Faye.
Apart from her taste in men, of course.
I do find it funny
has
that
the dragon.
when he was cursed to have the
She wanted to
ashes
protect
on him,
people.
the person who cursed him conveniently left the tattoo uncovered. It's like, we're going to put the ashes of your wife and daughter, but not on the tattoo. That tattoo's
Like
pretty
she was
boss.
always with us, watching over us, leading us home.
I do like that they finally showed the wife in this game.
Is this the third
Quest
time?
of
Yeah,
It's
I think it's the third time. The first time was before Atreus. The second time was after Atreus was born.
So this is after she told him what she wanted to happen after she died. Scatter from the highest peak in all the realms.
Is a natural part of life, my love. I wish only to be prepared for when my time comes.
That's the tree that we cut down the first game.
Yeah,
I can remember it from the angle.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. These trees were also what was protecting their land. She
Yeah.
intentionally told him to cut them down because then she knew conflict would show up so that they could start their adventure.
We mortals must do such things. I am glad to have you prepare with me.
Is she immortal if she's a Jotun?
I mean, we still don't even know what she died of, so I imagine she wasn't murdered, so I guess, yeah.
Maybe she was just lying about being immortal. Maybe she had a disease.
You are quiet.
I have nothing to say.
Well,
Something I only just now
There's
realized. We
something.
never found out what she
I
died
enjoy
of.
hearing your
Man.
voice.
A funeral pyre. I would have chosen different.
Oh,
Swipe right.
That's the
Tinder
first time
date.
they have you use the swipe.
The touchpad in all of God of War
Yeah.
ever.
I'm
Like,
glad it's for something little and not something important.
imagine now, in order to defeat the boss, you're going to have to draw a little guy on the touch.
The better you
two
draw it,
more
the
loved
more
ones.
damage you do.
you would
Yeah.
have me trapped in the ground for eternity.
I would have you close to me.
How touching. My rotting corpse would bring you such comfort.
He wants to bury her.
It is a Greek thing to have barriers, not.
Yeah, but yeah, it's more of a Norse thing
Yeah.
to like burn the dead. Different cultures. Greeks also sometimes burn their dead.
They
You
did.
once
It
tried to
depends.
take charge of your ending, did you know?
That was different.
You know that in
Circumstance,
Sparta there were
yes.
only 2 people who were actually
Well.
allowed to have a gravestone: warriors who died in battle and women who died during childbirth.
Yeah, because childbirth was considered battle.
Mhm.
The Aztecs believed that too. That childbirth was battle. Because back then childbirth was way more intense.
Yeah, you had like an 80%
Could
chance
have
you
a
died.
distant future. There is
Maybe
much
not that.
time
They
ahead
kind of
of us.
convey that in the new Game of Thrones show.
I wish to better a future that will exist without me. Whenever that day comes. For you.
Now your nose will protect.
Every time he sneezes, a barrier comes out.
Oh god! Sneeze of protection!
Notice he's wearing the current armor. By the way.
Yeah, wait a minute.
It's real.
We will always walk together, Kratos.
Again, I would have liked it if he looked like
You
his
will always
younger
be a
self
part of
during.
me.
I guess
I will
not
always
here
be a
since she's
part
gonna
of
die
you.
soon. But
When you are gone,
I know what you mean.
part of me dies as well.
They probably didn't want to make a second model for him, that's why.
To feel your absence.
Culmination
we should
of love
really have played a
means
drinking
grief.
game with the poignant music.
And
Would
yet
have
we
been fun.
love, despite the inevitable. We open our hearts to it.
Clearly, she died from Disney parent
The
disease.
Oh no,
And
the
you have
most
gathered
deadly of
my
diseases. It's
ashes.
incurable.
Damn it, Toko! How
Spread
dare you
them
say
from the
something so
highest peak in
accurate?
all the realms. You will do this for me.
Well, not with that attitude.
To grieve deeply is to have loved fully.
That's very poetic.
Open your heart to the world as you
This
have
is making me
opened it to
miss
me,
Will.
and you'll find every reason to keep living.
Yeah, I get that. I think that's one of the puzzles you have to do later in the game.
This
Poor
is how
Angrboda.
we kiss in my culture. Bonk. And now she's pregnant again. And so is he. Jotun magic, you know,
Whoa,
giant stuff.
that was interesting.
Oh, she turned into a tent.
She is the tent.
This is where Atreus gets it from.
I mean, yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh, the music faded.
It is time
Moment
for
has
war.
passed.
This is gonna be a nightmare now.
No,
No.
your dreaming's done.
What's going on?
It is time.
You know, the last time I saw two men sleeping next to each other, it was a very dark scene. Not as happy as this.
Jesus.
No, it was Game of Thrones dark.
Oh God, no.
Sir.
Oh, thanks for following Iwo08, and thank you for following Tetfornis. Ooh.
That might be supposed to be Tetonish.
In Fernthorns, I should not have laughed at the ashes joke. Yes, you should have. Yes, you should have.
Look, to have laughed fully is to have cared completely.
Someone
Sure.
has the dragon.
Thanks for following Not Unfamous.
Oh, Tetfornis says, Zaggard, you're underrated.
Oh, thank you. That's
And
sweet.
Mythology Guy, you're great too. Well, you are very sweet.
We'd hoped to fly into battle with you one more time, my queen.
Me too. But not as your queen.
As your king.
As sister.
See, I have something to tell all of you.
I am Odin!
Oh,
Stab!
son of a bitch! I wasn't even thinking of
Are you ready?
Yes.
Imagine.
General.
Like, what's stopping him?
It would be
And,
an honor to fight alongside
Do we really need Mimir to be? Okay.
Aye, brother.
Yeah.
I'll be right by your side.
The game should have ended with us shoving Mimir's horns
What are
into
your orders?
Odin's gullet.
To the temple.
I wonder why they gave Mimir the horns. It's
I'm gonna try to catch up on the chat a little before shit actually goes down. Oh man, there's actually a lot of messages here. Happy early birthday, Andrew. Thank you. Stop getting older. The world needs you.
oh, he pulled out his blades.
Hey, General Kratos! I got something you're gonna want.
Oh yeah,
before
she made
go
you
to
some
war.
armor.
Is it good?
You have seen
Yeah.
Sindri.
Yeah. He ain't in a good place right now. But who is?
I'm sorry, Lunda. I know you and Brock...
Just tell me you're gonna get Odin. Tell me, whatever it takes, you're not letting that bastard walk away from this.
Promise not.
Damn right.
One way.
And if in the
or
process
another.
you happen to tear him a
Identify.
bucket load of new holes in places he don't want them, I'll be rightly obliged.
I love the dwarves. Like, yeah, honestly, her, Brock, Dorlin, Sindri, they're all very entertaining.
Yes.
Of course you did.
That's it? Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
What do you think will be the next god of war mythology? So, people are saying Egyptian, Asian. Yeah, I did see that one possible hint at Asian. You have to, like, find it, like, post-game. Technically, Egypt is Asian. I think Egypt is African, actually.
Egypt is African.
Yeah. Okay. Ragnarok wasn't an actual entity in of itself in the myth, right? Not in any myth I read.
If it was, it's a very obscure one that somehow the developers...
Oh, cool. Lily's here.
Sir?
And Odie Larson's here.
General?
General?
Oh, did you get the new armor?
Hey, bud.
I did not. It wasn't that much better.
But she made it for you.
You want me to go back?
It's very rude of you, shit.
Oh, can't
Now
go.
it's too late. Look what you've done.
It's been a while since we used this place.
How could you not take Lunda's armor?
Because we had to craft.
Shame. No, it was free.
Oh,
You just have to press the craft button and you get it for free.
No, I was.
I came to these lands to escape my past. To start a new life.
Alright.
I can hide no longer.
Oh, now the music is pensive.
I do not want this war. We have suffered enough. Prophecy did not lead us here, nor will it win this battle. Wars are won by those that are willing to sacrifice everything. If that is the cost of vengeance, so be it.
Odin has taken so
it's
much from us
empowering
already.
music.
The realms have suffered enough. No matter the cost. This ends today.
Yeah, you hear that, all six of you? Where's the army?
Going out in blazing
Someone has
glory
entered
means that
the
Odin
dragon.
earns too.
Thanks for following, Tongue Daddy
May as
90.
well be. A big fat smile on my face.
You are pretty fat, Freyr. I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know, you brought it up.
For Brock.
Yeah, for Brock.
Is Atreus gonna be the one to blow it? Oh, no.
It has to be blown by a god. Atreus is a sub-god.
Whoa.
All the realm towers have opened. Which means they also all opened in Asgard. So now all the races can just pour into
And the horn just disappears.
It's like, did my job, now I can die. It's a Mr. Meese!
I just want to die!
Kratos got that one nipple poking out.
Is this gonna be like in the last game where you have to go through a weight?
The game ends here.
Oh, fuck you!
This is the first time Kratos has been to Asgard. There it is. A wall that he built and made Nidavellir pay for.
Actually.
Yeah! Shouldn't you guys be flying over the wall? Just a suggestion.
Yep.
The Muspelheim Tower has fallen.
And if Odin goes after Niflheim next,
They're trying to shut out Ragnarok.
we gotta stop those war machines.
He's trying to destroy the realm towers so that the races can't. Or Not Steve!
Not an ideal start.
And, well, Bob was kind of a dick, but not Steve!
Wait.
Ingrid, we don't have time.
I know. Just wait.
Why is there no sword in there? Ah. Because Odin stole it, I'm guessing. Oh,
It's Ingrid!
So it is the Sword of Summer. I was
Yeah,
right.
You were right. It's a godly weapon, like I said. It's Freyr's sword.
Well,
technically, since this is Ragnarok, at this point, Freyr should no longer have his sword and instead have an antler to drink with. Hi. I read the book.
To the war machines.
War machines? Without Iron Man?
This way.
Let's go!
Yeah. Alright, here we go. It's time for a showdown!
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Hey, look, a spear-wielding god of war blowing a horn to signal Ragnarok. That's like, yeah, they thought it was going to be Tyr in the prophecy, but it was actually Kratos.
Keep moving.
Something I didn't pick up on at first, like, I was like, why did they think, like, it was going to be Tyr, like, in the prophecy? It's like, because he had a spear, and Tyr is famous for using the spear, but it turns out it was Kratos.
There's still time. We have to.
It's all going according to
Yep. Stolen Hati showed up.
Hey! Welcome,
Angrboda! I knew you'd show up!
Where's Fenrir? Oh, is that...
There he
Angrboda?
is.
Incoming!
What's our next plan, brother?
We have no other plan.
Dragons.
Our focus remains on the war machines.
We should head for the flaw behind the Asgard Tower. Without Ragnarok, it's our only chance to break through the wall.
Peter's flaw! You said only Saturn knew how to use it.
Atreus, I was wrong.
They're gonna go to the flaw in the wall.
Enemy, to your left!
Oh, Wyvern. There's a lot going on. This is pretty amazing.
Watch out!
Fuck you! You can't stop me! I am the god of war! I am dad of war!
Oh,
This is
that
what
poor
happens when you
chicken!
don't eat your vegetables. Dad beats you up.
Shit, did you break that chicken's neck and you're not even gonna cook it for dinner?
The war machines. We use them to breach the flaw and strike the city with our allies.
Sounds desperate.
Good. Desperation is our advantage.
Would have preferred
I mean,
the
you're
well-destroyed
technically
bad
not
guys,
wrong.
but I suppose desperation is better than nothing.
Desperation is our advantage. But then if you start winning, your enemy becomes desperate, and then it just keeps flip-flopping who has the advantage.
Yeah, but we're used to being desperate. He is not. You get to go back to Asgard after you finish the game.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Why is it the last realm you can never go back to?
It was. Odin's new Valkyrie queen is Gná.
There's a new Valkyrie queen.
I would think so.
No.
Then we must hurry.
I wonder, I'd love to know how Odin convinced the ogres to fight for him. You're currently fighting alongside Freya, so you have her. Oh, you might want to. Yeah, there you go. Welcome, Tongue Daddy. Interesting. Oh, Bronze Age Mom is here. Nice. I see you're playing together today because tomorrow is Myth Guy's birthday. Oh, that's nice of you to know, bro.
Or stop.
Just let me have this. Is it me or is the audio just a tad low? Ours or the game audio?
I leave it a little bit low because sometimes it can be hard to hear the game on the screen. And I don't want it to be... Sorry. If it's too loud, you can't really hear it.
Yeah, and for Thorn's sake, can you increase it like just one notch or
I can't really increase it by notch. So
okay.
It would be a little bit
This way!
Up here.
That's why we have subtitles.
A welcome sight.
Wait, Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. This is the new one. Like the younger one.
You'll keep Thor busy at least.
Created in this game.
I'm guessing.
They sound eager.
Wait,
He's fighting Thor right now. If you look.
Oh, I see it. What happened to the older one?
I don't know. He never shows up. But to be fair, he already fought in Ragnarok. He's retired.
Shield strike now!
Who needs to shield strike when you're in the middle of a takedown?
Yeah, fuck that. Why don't you shield strike, huh?
Yeah, you can't play. Kratos can make it magic. You can't.
Actually, Sindri made him that magic shield, apparently. There's a dialogue that
Oh, that's sweet.
No! Damn it!
Keep moving!
At least that army is already dead.
We're getting nowhere! The Einherjar return from Valhalla as quickly as we kill them!
Hi, bitch. Pretty epic.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Just an all-out fight.
You're pretty much doing what I did, just using the spear most of the time.
There goes the Alpine reinforcements.
We are running out of armies.
Looks like the Giants made it after all.
The snake looks different.
He is different. But when I was away, never mind, later.
The Einherjar's link to Valhalla. My sisters and I must sever it.
Go.
Still no sign of the dwarves.
Sindri won't let us down. We have to trust him.
No.
Rally all you can. We will make for this Svartalfheim tower.
And now Atreus is here, right?
So what's the plan? How are we gonna breach the wall without Ragnarok?
The war machines.
Oh, so we're pretty desperate, huh? It's so easy!
And Ratatoskr has joined the battle now.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Actually, that would have been cool. Imagine if like realm tear opened and Ratatoskr and the 6 leaf worms came.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome.
Brother, get ready.
I beat one of your things earlier. I can destroy it again. If I can kill Heimdall, worse is not.
Taking all 3 of them at once. That was cool.
And I knocked a bunch of them off.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing a challenge or something.
Our Einherjar training does not include learning how to swim. Okay. Nope. Oh. None of these Viking Einherjar learned how to swim. You know. Like, even though they, probably were sailing ships across the seas. Fenrir. He ate the dragon.
No! That Valkyrie followed them through the realm gate!
Your friend.
She'll be fine! We got more important things to worry about!
Decapitated that
Even if we can
That's what he
breach the
gets
wall!
for not
Perhaps it is
thinking
better
with
this
his
way.
head.
Better for who?
Oh, what an entrance. That guy blasted through the...
The dwarves are here! Way to go, Sindri! It's just Sindri!
Wow, Atreus. So disappointed to see Sindri.
Why would they not come?
DLC.
I know, I'm late.
Where is your army?
No more dwarves are dying for this. Save it! Odin forced them to build those war machines. And I'm here to tear them down.
I still think Durlin should have showed up.
We must turn them on the floor.
Fine. Leave it to the dwarves to clean up after the giants.
Hey, get it?
Yeah. This is so cool.
Oh my god. They really know how to make the ending epic.
Yeah. Thanks for following Bowl Mom. Hey, we got another mom.
It's the army of moms. Moms against death. There he is.
There's Ragnarök.
Showed up.
looks like a Dwarven EMP.
You don't get to use us anymore.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, is that the
More or less what you
Asgard
wanted.
tower there?
I don't think
I didn't want this.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think that's
Close your
Midgard.
heart to it. Close your heart.
I don't know, to be honest.
Who are they?
Midgardians. Odin took them in. They shouldn't be here. They're not soldiers.
Odin put them in our path to die.
Odin's such a piece of shit.
Actually, yeah.
It's war.
This is why he didn't
Wars
want
are
to
won.
train to be a Spartan.
By those who are willing to sacrifice
That's what Kratos said earlier.
everything.
And now he's realizing, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
He's not wrong, though.
What are you doing?
Son, listen closely. You feel their pain because that is who you are. And you must never sacrifice that. Never. Not for anyone. I was wrong, Atreus. I was wrong. Open your heart. Open your heart to their suffering.
Development.
That is your mother's wish.
And that's how he's going to learn to control his bear
Mine
form.
as well. Today, son. Today, we will be better.
Because remember in the first game he said, "You shall be better."
He said at the end, we must be better than this. So now he's saying we will.
What can we do?
Oh yeah, see, there's the light and dark elf from Freyr's.
How are all of you still alive?
I think we're gonna win.
That sword is awesome.
I love it.
Why have you stopped? Ragnarok is here. We finally have Odin right where we...
We will stop Odin. But we did not come to sacrifice the innocent.
If Ragnarok goes through, he'll kill all the Midgardians.
We will breach the wall at Hrimthur's Flaw.
With what army?
Atreus and I will be enough.
We are the army.
That's suicide.
It may be. But we will die seeking
I've
justice.
tried to commit suicide like 3 times. It never works.
Wait, you can't say that word.
Can
It's,
that
it's
weapon break
illegal
open the
now.
flaw?
Freya said it first.
Only one way
Someone
to find
has
out.
entered the dragon.
Oh, is that the flaw thing?
You three. Get those people to safety wherever you can find it.
We will see it done. Freya and I will do what we can to slow Ragnarok.
He was not mindless before. See if he will listen to reason.
Oh, I love. How come Atreus can't do that with England, huh?
Will not get away.
Yeah, Thor can do it. Freyr can do it.
So help me.
I know.
Valky!
This wall
Secret.
kinda sucks.
I know, it's falling apart.
Protect him! I will help those that are trapped. And meet you at the fall.
Oh, I get to play as Atreus again.
Go,
Oh yeah, I
Atreus!
forgot about that.
To help
So
protect
I was
Sindri.
wrong when I said that was the last Atreus segment. My
I had a
bad.
feeling there'd be one.
Sentry, be careful and stay behind me.
You be careful. I'm here to fight.
Sindri changed.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean with reason.
Fuck you! You guys were dicks to me the whole time I was here!
Can I just
I
say?
hated the Shield
Shut
Boys
up
in
and fight.
Elysium and Hades. Yeah, those guys were pains. I love this section of the game. Build up to the music, everything is so perfect. Yeah, this is really cool. I do have some tiny nitpicks about it, which you can just, maybe I'll talk about it in the stream. I talked about it in my review. But I still love it. Thanks for following Matt Tier. There's like 6 T's in the name. You know, also, this would have been a great place for Atreus to fight Forseti.
Oh yeah, the one, the god they keep mentioning, but he never actually shows up.
Exactly. I would have loved to see Forseti showed up with his golden axe. I think there's still enemies for me to fight. Yeah.
Oh,
up there. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Is that Thor? Or Thrud?
Sentry brought a sword.
Sentry!
Sentry, teleport!
Let it control me.
Bear
time! Ooh,
it's Bear Atreus!
Yeah! And now you get to be the bear! Fuck yeah!
Smell the bear.
Bear down for battle! I have the right to bear arms!
Why is this bear so big? That's the only question. I mean, I know bears are big, but it's quite big for a bear, I think.
He can turn into anything he wants. He chose Big Bear!
Papa Bear.
Grizzly bears get pretty big.
That is true, they are. You know what else is bigger than we realize? The fucking moose.
Also, like, did you see how big, like, the deer and boars are in this version?
Bear. Yeah.
The bears are...
You want to thank you?
No, I just want...
I don't care what you want. This changes nothing.
He's still breathing.
Of course he would do. It's only been like 12 hours.
Yeah. Don't give me your pity.
You really had me believing you that we didn't have to be enemies.
Dude, you're okay.
My mom was right about you all along. You're a killer just like your father, and you're here to kill us all.
No, just Odin.
Just your grandpa.
Sentry, go! She's a friend.
Friends don't bring the end of the world to each other's doorstep, Loki!
Yeah, we'll get you some KFC.
You're right. I made some bad decisions.
You do that a lot. I'm not sure that's a defense.
It's not a defense. I just want to make it right. Is Skilder okay? Have you seen him?
Why wouldn't he be? What are you talking about?
Odin is willing to sacrifice the Midgardians. He put them along the wall to try and deter us, knowing they can't fight. Their deaths are just meant to slow us down.
Why would he do that? And how am I supposed to believe you?
Because he's right.
Wow.
It's who Odin
I did not expect Civ to show up.
It's who he's always been.
Mom,
Sif got tired of Odin's bullshit.
What?
I believe that.
He'll sacrifice anyone at a problem in front of him. The Midgardians. Your friend. Our family, any of us. I'd hoped that your father would stand up to him, but now it has to be you.
Mom, what are you saying?
Oh, we're gonna fight with Ingrid for a bit. Or Thrud, I meant.
I never doubted that you would make the finest Valkyrie these realms have ever seen.
That's why I didn't want you to... Oh, music pointed!
But not for him.
That's why I didn't want you to do it. I was jelly.
Do you understand?
Do you think when she grows up, she'll be tall like her dad?
Possibly.
She's already almost as tall as her mom.
Without Odin, we can be one again. A real one. What he's doing is wrong.
I wonder where Thor's mom is. Like, she's like an earth Jotun deity in the myth.
Maybe he killed her in this game.
Maybe.
Held our ground, we'd be safe. He said we owed him.
Skolder's a king, right?
Your
in the
death.
myth.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dad will never let them get their grandfather.
Then go with him. He'll listen to you. Are you ready to go find the rest of your people?
Yeah.
I never heard them called Midgardians until today.
I love you, Mom.
Earthlings.
I love you too.
Finally.
Finally. You're done having your little heart-to-heart moment. This is the floor. Some chopsticks in there.
What's the flaw? Do they ever explain what the flaw is exactly?
Well, they just say the giant who built the wall secretly put this flaw in it so that if they needed to, the giants could destroy Asgard. It's just, I guess it's just an area that you can destroy.
Oh, so that's what this gate is, the one that we saw earlier.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, like, before I was like, how do they even know where the flaw is? But then while we were playing, I realized there was a dialogue line where they say how they know. Like, apparently Hrimthor's son said what area it was in. Yeah.
Okay. This is the first time he's meeting Thrud.
Yeah.
Who's the girl?
Hi, Thrud Thorsdottir.
I love how that's pronounced. Thor's daughter. It's spelled all differently as if it's not just Thor's daughter. Fuck your layer of shielding.
You fight well.
My dad taught
Yep, you get to fight alongside Thrud. Wait, what did he say?
He said, you fight well. My dad taught me that much.
Come on, Loki, try to keep up.
Direwolf says I missed the stream. No, you're here. We're not that far in.
Yeah, the stream is still going.
We're not even an hour in, man. You're good.
This is still the stream.
Why are we streaming a day early? Because tomorrow's my birthday, and yeah, I'm gonna do like a birthday Q&A for an hour, but like I have other like Wilda wants to take me to something tomorrow for my birthday, so you know I obviously couldn't limit the stream to like an hour. We wouldn't be able to finish the game. So
yeah, she finished it.
It'd be better to do it.
Yeah, that way we're not rushing to like we gotta do the stream, gotta do the stream, gotta do the. Since we're at the end, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a waste of a
Wait, where did you go?
Oh, okay. So apparently Bronze Age Mom lost sight of the stream for a bit, but now it's
sometimes it just it can lag for another. It's like when you're watching a YouTube video and it just
posture check.
In the middle of this epic battle, you're gonna make me pay attention to my posture?
You've disarmed him, man.
Well, maybe if he would had more armament on, he would have been perfect.
I like how Kratos stabs him, then stabs him 2 more times. It's like, you know, let's make sure he's not just mostly dead.
You know, the double tap.
Triple tap.
Kratos always goes the extra mile. By mile, I mean stab. By stab, I mean...
Oh, Direwolf didn't get a notification for the stream.
Yeah, it's fine. You show it up when you show it up.
Those notifications are so, like, I've had situations where, like, a notification didn't show up, like, a day.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, Direwolf. Happy early birthday. Thank you. Thank you, you guys.
We're getting old.
Toko, I don't think we have like time to read through like your TMNT stories right now because we're at a pretty important like so like yeah, like when we're doing like parts of the game where we're like going through the open world, that's totally fine. But, you know, we're at a, I can barely keep up with the chat because there's so much shit I don't want to talk over.
It'd be like having a conversation in the middle of watching Lord of the Rings in theaters.
Yeah. And when I do want to talk, like, half the time it's me wanting to talk about what's going on.
Get down.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
You want some of this?
Eat it, bitch. Well, fighting alongside both Atreus and Thrud. What did you say? Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's a good thing that we got the Ratatoster one. 'Cause that actually saved me in the last fight.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for giving me enough time to react to that, ma'am.
Yeah. Thanks for announcing the attack.
There's actually an anime that explains in that anime why they announce their attacks, and it's a pretty good reason. It's called Jujutsu Kaisen. You might like it.
I think you will.
It's because it has to do with, essentially it's yokai, but they're not called that.
Freaking every anime has to do with yokai. Oh, Odie Larson, thanks for the description.
Thor?
Something.
The Great Lodge. That's where we gotta go.
Double holding off Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Literally.
I didn't want to listen.
Didn't want to listen.
That may not be our biggest problem right now.
Sent him back in time.
Back to your sister. You must hold back.
How did he get sent back in time?
This fight is mine.
But if I could
The way they described it, I think, was just like the intensity of the battle and all that power. Like, just sent him through like a realm distortion.
I am done with you and your son.
Our kids are gonna get married.
I mean, you're not coming over for air hockey this weekend?
Or beer pong?
Here we go.
No more fucking games.
Wait, but this is...
I fought Thor the first time, now it's your turn.
I'm allowed to kill you.
I love how he snaps to make the hammer come.
Same.
We do not need to do this. We do. It's what we are.
Ah, good, you interrupted his
That
attack.
is. I can take it. Can you? Won't be enough.
You can ignite your There you go. When the axe is ignited, it shoots like a wave of frost.
Prove it and stop
Talking's over.
Oh no! Damn. Yeah,
That's hard.
he is powerful.
Was he holding back before? Is that the idea?
Do this. We do. It's
Kind of hoping that
what
Atreus
we
would
are.
keep Ingrid. I think it's better that he didn't.
I can take it. Can you?
Thor, the lads need to think you've changed. Prove it and stop this.
Talking's over.
I'm guessing this fight is going to end with Ingrid and convincing Odin to stop.
That is.
Or sorry, Thor.
Won't be enough.
I was thinking about Ingrid and they never say what the name of the axe is.
You're what the All-Father made you. You can choose to.
Leviathan.
Yeah, Leviathan axe, Ingrid, and Mjolnir.
That one's a hard one.
We have our time ability,
Handsome.
Keeping him in the wind is nice.
Oh!
You broke my home all for reason.
Yeah, now we're doing it at your house! We need to go on Dr. Phil, Thor! Oh! He's electrocuting us. Oh! Tossed the whole hammer! Stabbing him in the same place we stabbed him before. Oh, now he's thunder.
You attack my daughter. No! I did not. You bring this to my home.
He thought we were attacking Thrud. That's why he's so
family.
because he loves his daughter. All his faults, he really loves his daughter. I'm angry!
Good punch.
God, I wish I could summon Ratatosker.
Are you Thor, God of Hammer?
God, to the halfway point!
That can be a checkpoint, or they can give us a free checkpoint.
There, now I have more time for the shield then. You're not the only one with charge up attacks.
He lifted Thor.
This is harder than the first time I did it, because now I don't have, like, every single upgrade in the game. Oh, yep, spear time, baby. Same shit we did now.
Still won't be me.
Yeah, that did a lot less damage than I expected.
Okay.
Thor! This isn't what Thrude...
Keep her name out of your damn...
Keep my daughter's name out your fucking mouth!
Everything was fine before Loki showed up.
Calm down, Josh Brolin.
He almost convinced me.
Oh my god, that hit
I'm
first.
believing things change.
This realm shift power is very helpful.
Yeah, it actually it really is.
Listen to me. You have nothing I want to hear.
So close.
Odin does not shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
fuck, shit.
Let's go.
Okay, I was a little too late.
How come we, you know, if he can spawn lightning down on us, how come we can't spawn more
Oh shit!
down on him? If he's the god of lightning, we're the god of...
Oh, now he's doing that berserker attack. Come on. Finish this with the axe. It was meant to counter that hammer. Oh shit! Oh my god, I can't believe I did that.
Nice.
Okay, boss, there you go.
Thank you.
Oh god. And yes, actually there was a halfway checkpoint. Oh, press R1. But I'm glad I didn't have to rely on that checkpoint. Oh god. Oh, you stabbed him with your knife. That's actually kind of cool. Even incorporated that. Oh man, fuck.
Fuck are you waiting for?
I'm here to kill you.
Your daughter.
I'm waiting for your daughter.
My son calls her friend. If you try to hurt her... I would not. Don't you know what I've done? Yes!
And there's shit I've done too. Like...
But what will you do now?
I love that.
We don't change. We are destroyers. No more. No more. For the sake of our children, we must be better.
I like their dynamic.
Yeah.
Makes sense they can relate to
Why
each
isn't he
other.
dead? Are you talking?
Are you talking?
Who told you to do that? You don't
Oh my
talk.
god,
Fucking, fucking Draco Malfoy over here. Didn't know you could read.
It's a simple fucking concept.
Odin's such a dick.
Sif was right about you.
He's so small.
I just didn't want to see it.
What is this? Are you broken? I am your father. Take the hammer and kill who I tell you to kill.
Odin killed Thor.
I didn't want this. I did.
Screw you, man. And now she knows for sure.
Dude, this was all their fault. They've done this to us, to our family.
Did he just pick up the hammer?
Yeah.
So there must be some magic on it.
It would have been so cool. What if she called the hammer right there?
I think she was trying to pick it up.
Yeah.
You planned on it! Rude's gonna be fine. I saved
The way he tries to justify what he does. I saved her.
That one's on you. You turned him against me. You turned them all against me.
Glad he has Gungnir. That's something I was hoping he'd have during this game. Yeah, that's his iconic. I do wish, like, also, like, Hugin, Mune, and Gary and Ragnar were in this way. Like,
incorporated.
Like, yeah. Yeah, that's probably asking too much. It's just, I think that could have been so epic. Yeah, this fight is crazy. Yep. This is probably my favorite depiction of Thor. It's definitely up there for me. Actually, yeah, have I seen a better pop culture depiction? I don't think so.
What happened to the health that I had spawned there?
He took it. Fuck you. Get out of there.
That's how
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair. I don't know if your realm shift works on it.
If not, it makes sense.
Yeah. I'd have to switch relics. Oh, there's health.
And right when we go.
Odin is very fucking powerful.
As he should be.
Oh god, you're slow. Okay. Good, good. Now you have Atreus back, so that's nice. Oh, get out of there. Bronze Age Mom says, my mom is over today. She's watching my daughter right now. Oh, cool. So Bronze Age Mom's mom is here. I kinda sympathize with Thor, even though he's a video game boss. That's just a sign of good writing. OMG, yeah.
I think I might die here. Because Odin took my HP.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I used up all of our rage. Oh, health! And you can ignite your weapon. The relic is usable, I just don't know if it works on Odin when it does that.
Not particularly. Maybe I could...
Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, I guess it makes sense, yeah. Can we switch relics? I mean, you might need to. I used that relic like 6 times against Thor, and now it just doesn't work on him. Oh shit. Oh, just made it.
I don't believe this.
Doing good. I think you can do this. Yeah, there you go. Oh, health is behind you. There you go. Oh no. Oh, don't let him hit you, it'll ignite. Oh. Damn, I thought you were gonna get him in one try. That would have been so cool.
That would have been good. I got close. I'll be happy with what I got.
Odin is a Walmart manager. I mean, we did summon war on him and Asgard. Hey, no. I don't want to hear any Odin apologies.
Yeah, no apologies.
I don't want to hear any Odin did nothing wrong. Odin was right.
I'm hoping that the fight starts with the missing first.
Can I change the relic, please?
Just mid-fight.
Yeah, like, Odin, hold up. Okay, that's what we're using.
Is that what we're using?
Yeah, this is distort round
space. It doesn't say
and
E next to it. Usually it doesn't.
Wait a minute. Why do we still have the mystical heirloom equipped? Maybe that's what the problem is. Something went wrong. Hold on. This is what we used to awaken the dragon.
You're telling me we weren't actually using the relic at all this whole time?
Wait, but then why did time slow when I used it before?
I don't know.
I think something glitched.
No, maybe it just counts the most recent one you used because that one doesn't actually do anything.
Okay, well, I'm going to test it. I'm going to find out if this will work. Yeah, it works.
We were using a different one.
That was bullshit. That's bull. You would have won. You would have won. No, you know what? You win that fight. We're counting that as you win. Right. That was bullshit. That's not fair. Yeah. Oh, I thought that would interrupt his attack! Oh, that didn't interrupt his attack either.
I think that's because it's a dodge when he does those dodges.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, him having different areas for us to jump to gives us more chances to damage him.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I also, here's the thing, I didn't know there was an Odin checkpoint, because I was able to beat him on the first try because I didn't get bullshitted like I did. But yeah, again, I don't like that there's health checkpoints during these bosses. Like, there's a halfway health checkpoint with Thor, apparently there's a 1/3 one with Odin now. These are the final bosses.
I wouldn't mind it if it was a checkpoint with, in between them.
Fuck! Yeah, checkpoint in between Thor and Odin makes perfect sense. Or, it's like, you know, like in Kingdom Hearts, like when you're fighting the boss, like, in different, like, I don't know, like chapter fights, what's the right term or whatever. But, like, you know, Odin doesn't get stunned like other bosses do. I grabbed the health next to him and that didn't stun him either.
It makes sense.
Stop getting hit! Thank you, Ratatosker. That's very helpful advice.
That's like in Valorant. Sometimes when you lose a round, one of the characters will say, "Here's a tip, bullets hurt." Thanks. And now we're trapped.
Was this everything you hoped for?
Kill them now, you moron!
Really all that much better than mine? I hope you got exactly what you want.
Injury.
No, Freya, remember that we found the noose that he used to hang himself from the tree.
Oh, right.
He's still connected to it.
Think you're the only one who can craft a binding spell? I spent many long winters thinking about what I would say to you as I watched you
I'll
take
have no fury like a woman strong.
Where's her chariot pulled by cats?
Yeah, hi? That would have been cool. Could have been giant cats.
I know, it would have been awesome.
Where's Thor's chariot?
You have no
I beat a
hold
boss
on
here.
me anymore.
Her wings.
That's my friend. I forgot how good you look with wings.
Harder. Harder, Daddy. What?
Oh, husband. You always sought knowledge well. Now, I'm going to teach you what it's like to live.
Is he gonna have an after-death brave form like Zeus?
Oh my god.
Bow to your queen.
I always loved you, you know.
Oh, I've seen massive assholes in fiction, but Odin takes the cake.
You've never loved
There's
anyone.
Real time.
Oh, they're gonna go into the cave and he's gonna put on the mask, and the mask is gonna do something.
Wouldn't that be something?
He's gonna be... Yep, because the mask is gone. That's
Puts it on, turns into Jim Carrey. Ah!
Smoking!
And we have to battle the mask from the movie. He pulls out a Tommy gun made of balloons.
There's the realm pair thing. Is he gonna grow horns and get flaming hair?
You did it, Loki. No, 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 no more fighting. No.
Okay, I know you saw me kill my son and all, but yeah, come on.
This is your moment, Loki. Groa tried to hide you from me, but this is your destiny. Champion of the Jotnar. Only he can put on the mask. Only he can gaze into the truth of creation.
The truth is NFTs were a lie.
Secrets of life and death. No more doubt, no more confusion.
Yes.
You were born for this. Put on the mask, Loki. Ask it.
Looks into the terror. Wisdom with me. No!
This is your choice, son.
The angel and the devil.
I trust you.
I trust you.
The angel, the devil, and the bear.
No! 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 Why did you do that?
Shortcuts
What was
have
it all for?
consequences.
You choose to be nothing!
Now he's using Norse Rage!
Is it Atreus versus... Damn it. Oh.
That would have been pretty. It's all three of you.
You've waited a long time for this. How did
You can use both of their runics.
So have I.
Too late for that!
This is the final boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he does kind of use his Raven magic in this fight, but yeah, we still never see Oh, okay, he still interrupted it.
Use your arrows.
Got it!
Three against one. And don't forget me, old fucker.
Old
What did you
fucker.
call me? That one's for Brock.
Very good. Avoided. Yeah, you're back in the game. You've got almost all your health and you've got rage. Interesting how he can, like, conjure, like, a spear in his staff. It's hard to manage both of these.
Use your arrows.
Oh, okay, cool, that worked. Nice, nice. Yeah, with the Ravens, you want to block when they're, like, about to hit you.
God damn it.
The arrows will take those things out fast.
I got it.
See there.
It's because last time I was spamming the square button.
Yeah, it's because you ran out of arrows. So. I'd say when he conjures those flame things, use arrows first, and then if there's any left, use the
Go get it.
Oh, the man.
Counter, bitch. You get immune? Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad they countered.
And now we get to see the sorcerer side of it more.
You've ruined everything. Everything I worked for.
You ruined everything, you stupid bitch. You stupid bitch.
You're just a poopy little slut who
Wow!
and wants the world to burn.
Good, good. Okay, he's only got like a third of his health left. You can do this. You still have rage. Oh, and you have your... Don't forget about your time stone, Frog. Apparently it works.
If you just played your part, none of this would have happened. What was it all for?
Yeah. There you go.
Loki, what's it all for?
Just beat him down. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yes! Only 1 bar of health left! You can do this! There's some health over there, just in case. Oh, that was a lot of health. You got this. You got this. Oh, you just have to go take him out? You just have to go take him out? Yeah! 1 try!
Oh
yes! Nice!
You beat Thor in 1 try, I beat Odin.
You beat Final Odin in 1 try.
Right, I'm actually still surprised they brought the quick time events back. But
Yeah,
it's always
me
just
too.
square. Fuck you, you one-eyed bitch.
This was our chance.
Okay, so if you come to this
could
fight
have had
without
my
doing
answers.
every
I
side
could have
thing
learned
first, it's a
the
pretty decent challenge.
You took that away from me. I could have made things better. We could have made the 9 realms better.
This was never about the realms or me. It was about you.
You destroyed everything. My home.
We could have
my
made a
family,
10th realm.
My kingdom.
You did those things.
I hated that there were
Your
9, it was
choices.
so close.
You killed your own son.
It wasn't my choice. I had no choice.
There's always a choice.
That's what his dad told him when he killed his grandson.
You have to stop. You can choose to be better.
No, I can't. I have to know what happens next.
You're like a
will
child.
never stop.
Pull out his other eye.
Why'd you have to say that? Sofna.
Oh, he's gonna take out his soul.
Your soul is mine.
Sofna.
Apparently, some people said, like, this might have been what
Sofna.
the prophecy was showing.
Sofna.
Oh, him pulling out the souls.
You remember
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
looked
the-
like he had, like, his father in his hands and his soul was coming out? So, yeah.
It was never.
So, yeah, people are saying maybe it was never supposed to be Kratos.
What do we do with him?
You think they should kill him?
They're gonna put him in a boar.
We're gonna put him in a box. You're gonna put him in a box? I'm gonna put him in a box.
I swore.
Put him in some useless animal.
Death.
Put him in a lemming.
Put him in a dodo.
And then he becomes an evil lemming. Oh no!
I have waited so long for this moment.
Oh, Death Ray Man just got here. Dang, looks like I missed a bit. Good thing VODs are a thing. Good to see you, Death Ray. Oh, Odie Larson also thinks the audio was a bit low. Well, too late now.
I'll fix it in the VOD.
We stopped his madness. That's all that matters.
Well, that's why closed captions are a thing.
Sindri.
Yeah, that's what I would expect.
That's what comes next.
Floop.
It's Ragnarok. He's here.
Oh shit, we're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, this is like the center of it.
How did Odin get angry? That's about
Time to go. Go where exactly?
You didn't have
Probably while he was torturing Freyr. He took it away.
It's giant stuff. Okay, follow me. Quickly.
Yeah, Fenrir opened that, remember, because Garb used to be in it. Freyr, just come.
What? You have to go.
Freyr, Freyr, your sword is sentient. You can just leave it there and then it can zoom in at the last second.
I think it needs his power to.
Oh yeah, you think maybe they're like he's gonna get more power.
Atreus, just stay behind.
Don't be afraid. No matter what happens, I'll be with you. But your
Let's see if
path
she has
is your
wings.
own. Follow it, and you'll end up right where you're supposed to be.
Huh?
No, it's not.
It's
Wake up, Atreus.
one of the Valkyries.
Wake up.
Oh, it's Ear.
Did he die?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Freyr did
Glad
though.
you've come back to us.
Hi.
You know, when I first saw this, I thought he did die because, like, oh, the Valkyries picked him as one of the righteous dead.
He'll be glad to see you.
Freyr dying that way does kind of follow the myth. Freyr gets killed by Surt in Ragnarok.
Thanks, Hare.
They definitely did a really good job with, like, following more of the myth in this game. Series.
Fenrir didn't eat Odin.
That would have been funny if that was how it ended. He ate the salt orb thing. Yeah, I'm just. Is this the mountain from the first game?
I think so.
You remember the big mountain we kept climbing? It's like, yeah, this is
I think this is it. Yeah.
Mom, stop it. I'm fine.
Hush. Thrud,
Loki!
I'm so glad you're both alive. You have no idea, and I'm sorry. Thor. He tried, you know? I'm sorry I couldn't do more. Nothing will fix what you're feeling. But I hope there's some comfort in knowing Odin's gone.
There absolutely is.
Loki, it was an honor to fight alongside a giant. Know that.
Will you stay here in Midgard?
For a bit? Then I've got something I need to find.
I'm working with Hildisvini to get the rest of the Asgardians to Vanaheim. To help rebuild.
Then I hope it can be a fresh start for them. And you. Oh, and Thrud.
I'm guessing
I hope
she's
you find
looking
what
for
you're looking
Mjolnir.
for.
Yeah.
Good luck.
See ya, Loki.
Asgard
Take
is
care.
destroyed, so like
Yeah.
Mjolnir landed somewhere. Your birds died for this, you dick. Yeah, Odie Larson's saying what I said. That was the prophecy
Huh.
from the.
Hugin made it out.
Oh, Hugin's
Good for him.
alive? How? One Raven got shot and the other's neck got snapped. I guess Munin's neck got snapped. I actually forgot Hugin made it out. Like, okay.
Interesting.
Oh, and if you could get this wood over to Brana's tent, she'd
Skilder?
really... Loki! Hey!
Skilder's
Glad to
taking
see the head
over. I think
injury
this
didn't
is
make you forget me.
foreshadowing him becoming
Did you
king.
have a head injury? Everything was...
I'm sad Baron Breslik's not here. He's the big Norse
Anyway,
lover.
man, I'm really glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too. Looks like you're keeping busy.
I'm
Sorry, I'm glad you're okay. I just gotta make sure my dad is too.
Yeah. Go find him.
Can't I move a little faster? Just a little faster.
Man, I feel so bad for Sindri. Me too. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. And one for the kid, too. Skull!
Here, here. Skull. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. And Freyr's sacrifice.
It's true.
Well, we were just swapping our own Freyr fables.
Right.
Frables.
So where was I? Oh. When we met, I was
And
expecting
Lunda
this
lost two
warrior,
friends, Brock
this
and
master
Freyr.
planner,
Yeah.
a born leader. The legend came before the man. But the man himself was very different.
He won me over, though. He was just so damn kind.
I think it helped that he was handsome.
This is true. And incredibly charming.
All right, stop. Y'all are gonna make me start crying all over again.
Sorry. Gotta go find my father.
Be safe, you.
Okay. Are we gonna go into the tallest spot?
I'm pleased to see you awake.
Great.
Like, it's a curtain call
It
of
was
all
his
the
choice.
characters.
I couldn't take that from him.
He saved us all. I'll
And then
never
Gandalf
forget that.
is laughing, and Sam
The
walks in,
family
and the music
is taken
changes.
from me piece by piece. But there's comfort in the family I've chosen. Your mother was right, you know. You grew into that bow after all.
Oh, the charm that
You are
killed.
a
Remember, you
formidable
killed my son
warrior,
with this.
But even more than
Here.
that, you have a good heart. Nothing you've endured has changed that. I'm so proud of the man you've become, Atreus.
Thank you. For everything. I should find my father.
You should.
But you won't.
Atreus!
Oh, there's the
You
head.
gave us quite a scare there.
Glad to see you too, Mimir. Listen. I want to thank you.
Oh, what else did you expect from the smartest man alive?
It's not just
People
because
think
you're smart.
you're the Valkyrie likes
You
Atreus.
listen to me.
Why would anyone
Mentored
think
me.
that?
She was just standing there when he woke up.
And that immediately
basically another
means
dad to me.
shipping.
No.
People are
I need you to
fucking
hear
weird.
it. I appreciate you so much.
I love you too, little brother.
See you, Mimir.
It's good to see you about, Atreus.
You too, Hildisvini.
Yeah, we don't really get that much time to really connect with Hildisvini again.
Yeah.
I mean, we shot him in the last game, so I don't understand if he'd want his distance.
And it's nice down here, huh? No loud noises. We're okay. You did so good today, boy.
Angrboda.
I'm so
And
proud
Fenrir's
of you.
gonna be there. Okay.
Maybe later we can find some treats.
Okay. My turn.
Who's that, huh? Yeah, we know him.
I wish the Army of the Dead had shown up on
Maybe one
Angrboda.
of these days I'll surprise you.
Oh? You already have.
Gave Fenrir a second life.
You were in good hands.
His doggo. I wonder, was Fenrir one of the pups they rescued from the raiders? I don't think they ever saw.
I don't think so, because he was a lot bigger than the other two.
Thank you for saving us.
I decided it would be better if I wrote the ending myself. You haven't told your father yet, have you?
That I will bear your children.
Told him
Our
about
daughter will rule hell high.
Giant visions? I already saw it. I get it.
Every part of me is telling me this is what I have to do. I just don't know how to say it.
Come with me. I've got something I want to show you. Both of you.
Surprise, I Batman did.
I do not wish to intrude.
Kratos hasn't met Angrboda. Yeah.
This is for you too.
I think he met her while Atreus was unconscious.
Yeah. Well, he saw her during the Battle of
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
And since she was with Fenrir,
Yeah.
and he clearly liked Fenrir. Home.
Atreus,
Sarah Kratos.
I am glad you are well.
I'm glad you are too.
And then he kills
So,
Angrboda. I will not let you
what was
take
the end
my
of the story?
son.
What?
We must be better
Before
than
Ragnarok.
this.
You promised to finish it if I fell asleep.
And Angrboda is Odin, and she stabs a tree.
When death arrived, he asked why the old man had called for him.
Here's the
Seeing
story.
death before him caused the old man to reconsider his request. After a moment, he asked that death help him lift the logs onto his back, so that he may continue on his journey.
He wasn't ready to die.
He wished to keep living.
There's a lot of smoke out there.
Seems when Asgard fell, pieces of it landed all over the realms.
Damn.
There might still be some Einherjar near them.
It's a side mission.
But
I had a feeling.
that's not what I brought you here to see.
Remnants of Asgard.
Oh, another Jotun thing.
It's just a rock. Holy crap, a giant rock.
With another prophecy hidden behind it.
The only one we never found.
Oh, it shows Sindri breaking it.
Mother?
It's their mom.
You mean his mom?
No, their mom.
Oh,
It's Kratos' mother.
My shrine in Jotunheim. She destroyed it. She didn't want us to know our fate.
We forged our own path because of her.
She went against her own people. Our people. To protect you.
How selfish of her.
They don't all open. I'm sorry.
Yep, Sindri doesn't go down a dark path.
Father,
Sure.
I need to talk to you about
He's gonna leave on his own adventure. He's gonna be the next god of war.
There are
The new
other
Norse
giants
god
out
of
there.
war.
And I've got to find them. I think I know where to look, but they're my responsibility. I need to do this alone. I don't want to do it alone, but I need to. It's hard to explain.
You must forge your own path.
Does it frighten you?
Yeah.
That is why you must do it.
What a good dad.
Like you taught me.
Poignant music.
Yeah.
What better way to close things up?
We survived today because of your choices. Who to trust, who to call friend. Son, you are ready.
Boop. And now you're pregnant.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I don't control it.
I promise.
You know, you have giant stuff, I have Spartan stuff.
You know, fair. Greek stuff is weird.
Yeah, Greek stuff is really weird, son. Until we get to Egypt where all the gods are jacking it.
Atreus remains.
So that thing they showed us at the end of the last game was just 100% of bait.
That's something, yeah, that I wanted to talk about. Like, originally I was way more annoyed by it because I was like, wait, that prophecy didn't play into fucking anything. What was the point of it? They don't even address it. And someone was like, well, it was actually Odin in the prophecy. I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess they do in some way address it, but then why was he painted like Kratos in the prophecy?
Yeah.
It's like, because Father, All Father, you see, it's a loophole. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
It feels a little like...
Yeah, you were baiting the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Maybe if they had dropped a line earlier, like, The reason that was painted is because, like, the one who painted it heard the words Atreus holds father as his soul leaves him. Could have been like, it meant the All-Father.
Yeah.
Victorious music! Hey!
Is he gonna turn to a bird?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys the God of War drinking game. You drink every time the subtitles describe what the music is like. No, he didn't turn into anything. He's just victorious. And that's it. No more Atreus.
And then Faye is just going to appear behind him. Good job.
I was never dead.
That was my clone the whole time.
We burned you. You didn't think some barbecue could stop me.
Listen to the story on the back.
Wait a minute. What's this? It shows him dying again. God damn it.
Oh, it's showing the events of the game. Because I saw the lightning. Frozen.
Kratos on a boat. I'm on a boat. Kratos with boy.
No, that's...
Yeah, Kratos fighting Thor. And
Kratos inspiring the people.
Kratos being worshipped, yeah. Being a proper god. There's a giant there, too.
Mm. Did not want to be a god again, but...
Something Odin said earlier. Have you ever had people pray to you, worship you, rely on you? You ever felt that kind of love?
What did you see in there, brother?
Technically, he has had people pray to him and worship him. He just didn't do anything about it.
He murdered a bunch of others.
One I had never imagined.
There's a third god. What? There's actually a third Norse god of war game. Him becoming a god, a Norse god.
God of Peace will be the name of the next game.
Much to do. Much to rebuild.
Where the hell is Forseti?
He was on vacation.
Did he die with Asgard? The fucker never appeared.
Would you join me?
I wouldn't be surprised if they had plans to put Forseti in the game, but they didn't have time.
We'll see to it.
It's probably cut content.
Together.
You know something I would have loved? Empowering music, hey. Yeah, I'll tell you. I think at most Ire cares for Atreus in a motherly fashion. Yeah, at most. I don't know why anyone thinks she's into him.
I don't see why she would care for him like that at all, but...
In Geki Ranger, the final boss was an Asian dragon, which means he was immortal, so they put him in a ball for eternity. Oh, kind of like what happens here. I'm gonna put him in a ball!
Well, there's the credits. The game's over. There's nothing left to do. We 100%ed it. The game.
People ship them because she's nice to him. Yeah, that's weird.
My barista's nice to me, but I've never asked him out.
Yeah. I'm nice to my cousin. Like, you guys think Fenrir is utterly adorable? Yeah.
I do like how they did Ben in this game.
I liked that story about death. Yeah, the man with the logs. Kratos will be the new All-Father. Well, probably. Actually.
Freya, we should probably talk about
The new
Gunnar.
Valkyrie Queen.
We don't need to talk about her. We just need to find her.
But Odin chose her as his new Valkyrie Queen. A Vanir goddess, your friend.
Gunnar pledged loyalty to Asgard long ago, and our friendship ended soon after.
What happened?
I made a choice. One she couldn't accept. Kratos. She hates me. She will be a problem for us. Better we find her than she finds
Another
us.
one for the big boy himself. Skull!
Skull!
Yeah. You know, yeah, Gná actually is a character in Norse myth. She's like
Oh.
the goddess of like running errands or something. So she's very helpful and loyal. I think that's why in this like she pledged loyalty to Asgard.
Makes sense. Damn. That was a good ending.
Again, I don't know if she's the goddess of running errands, but I remember she like was described as like helpful.
We can hold
She
a
was
few
always
dozen
like
if we
running.
can. Families will stay together, obviously.
Notice in both
Take
games
care,
it starts
Kratos.
with the ending starts
Thank
with you
you.
walking up a mountain and ends with you walking down that mountain.
I appreciate that. And we'll bring all the supplies we can, although there won't be much.
Don't worry about it. Anyone who's able can head out for extra
They're not looking at him. He's talking to
Aesir
you.
and Vanir.
Hello, look, I
Together.
know I'm here and I have nice
You guys
muscles.
are so rude. They don't want to look at him because of his race. Like, we don't talk.
We don't talk to pig.
boars.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't talk to pig people.
Yeah. So yeah, there's two like end level hidden bosses in this game.
Nice.
In addition to, of course, those other berserkers.
Much remains of Kratos, Freya, and Mimir. Explore the surviving realms to discover the remnants of Asgard. Berserker souls complete fate. Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Go. I don't remember if you already have them or if you have to talk to Ragnarok.
Where to first?
But you get Yggdrasil
We could
seeds
take
that
care of
unlock
any lingering
literally
business
every
in the
fast
realms.
travel point.
Or investigate those
that
pieces
is
of
useful.
Asgard.
Either way, we're with you, brother.
You know what I would have liked? So this last Remnants of Asgard mission is where you go find the
Lunda
pieces
also
of
mentioned
Asgard
there's
and
going to
the
be a
remaining
get-together
Einherjar
to
and
honor
wipe them
Brock's
out.
memory.
I would have loved it if that mission ended with you find one of the like remaining Aesir who's still loyal to Odin and he's an end level boss. Like it could have been like Vidar or Forseti.
Tavern and
Somebody, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I would have Forseti should have been in the main story and Vidar should have been the final Remnants of Asgard boss. That's what I'm saying. I would have liked that.
Should we do this first one that's right here?
There's a Remnant of Asgard right nearby.
Aren't the smokes Remnant of Asgard?
No. That was a... Remember that was a camp.
Oh, it doesn't.
That smoke was always there.
Why does it looks different? Oh, that's right. It's because you can keep...
There's one guy you didn't kill last time. Oh, there's a new part of Niflheim you can go to. I
Nasty hit! Go away, brother!
Yes, it's the nipple fight area. You battle sentient nipples.
Oh, perfect. They better be Joe Rogan.
Oh god, no.
Have you seen them?
Yes, I have. In the Riordan verse, demigods get traits and powers from their parents. What do you think a demigod of Sun Wukong would get? Holy guacamole. Well, they basically... Isn't, like, Frank supposed to be descended, like, from Sun Wukong? Because his mom can turn into animals like Sun Wukong can. And so can Frank. So I think there's your answer right there. Turning into animals. Turning into animals, pulling out your hairs to create clones of yourself, turning your skin to stone anytime you want. Sun Wukong is OP as shit.
Oh, is this... They're showing all four of his personalities.
Ah, our illustrious summoners have returned.
Hello, Ratatoskr.
Hello, Master Kratos. What you've accomplished for these realms is truly something I never
Perfectionist
thought
squirrel
possible.
is there.
Rest assured, good Master Brock would be proud beyond measure, even if only to express it in his love language of profane non sequiturs. Ah, but he is terribly missed.
Yes, he is.
Now, there is one rather interesting development to apprise you of. The detonation of Asgard shook the world tree to its very roots, dislodging a great number of realm seeds. I thought you might wish to have them. My little way of saying, thank you for preventing my death by immolation.
You are welcome.
Oh, take the seeds. Now you can go literally anywhere in the game.
That is very useful.
Oh, go talk to Lunda. She should be the dwarf. She should be in the house. There you go.
Hi, Kratos.
What did we miss while fighting in Ragnarok?
Mjolnir. Oh, missed that.
Something behind.
What is wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, don't know if you've heard, but we're gonna say goodbye to Brock in Svartalfheim.
A funeral.
Yeah. We're meeting at Rab's Tavern in Nethervalir.
We will be there.
So yeah, you can go to Brock's funeral.
You need it? I got it.
So is this a sword for...
Yeah, well, that's the sword Freya already has. You're upgrading it, which you might as well do.
Just when I thought you couldn't get more godly.
What is this?
Let's make some magic.
Oh, you can craft a new hilt. Or yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, those are new relics. That one create. Oh yeah, use that one next chance you get.
Okay, I'm just gonna make these two as well.
Yeah, you can't make
Legacy,
that middle one. You don't have the
rage of
resources for.
Sather, forged into a single blade.
What was that armor piece that we were... The free one, was it this one? No.
Go.
Someone has
top.
entered the dragon's den.
This is the top.
Okay. I think it's Fate Breaker. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, see, free. It said you need 0 hack silver to make this. And then, yeah. So, where's Fate Breaker? There, yeah.
Woohoo! Looking good!
It fits.
You might as well take the free shit. Yeah.
Now go show
It's,
it off.
the Berserker armor is better, though. I think you... Oh, so you're doing the Fate Breaker one?
Hell of a job you did at Ragnarok, General. Wish I could have been there to see you and Sindri take down Thor and Odin.
Well, we took
That's
on
not what
Odin.
happened.
Yeah, maybe not, but it's the story I like best. Important thing is, Odin's paid in full for what he did to Brock. I know it doesn't fix what's broke, but it ain't nothing.
Damn, how much you gotta
Hey,
say?
Freya?
This girl, she's got a lot to say.
I'm fine.
On that matter,
Where is she?
we are agreed.
What? Oh.
She's invisible.
Oh,
Freya.
She's using a power you didn't know about.
Anytime.
Freya's a wizard.
You closed the door before Freya could get it. No, what? Where were you?
She was invisible, I'm telling you. Alright, so what are we doing first? Where are we going? Svartalfheim?
If you want to go to the funeral, yeah.
Yeah, we can't go to
That's
Asgard
far
anymore,
right.
'cause it's-
Yeah, Asgard is gone. All right, so no, go to Nidavellir. Yeah, there. I enjoy stories that involve death as a person. So do I. Holy cow, one person with so much immortality. Never mind the shape-shifting too.
And he was only ever beaten by one character, and that was the Great Buddha himself, right?
Yeah, it took Buddha to put Wukong in his place. Yeah.
And the way he did it was sort of a trick.
Yeah, he had to outsmart Sun Wukong, basically. No one could overpower him.
Profane alternate lyrics to my ballads. Absolutely disgusting. But now I wish I could remember some of them.
The paperwork that man created for me. I had to build a chest just for his violations. A big one.
I taught him 20 different ways to cold forge a bolster. Once, he taught me a slightly easier method of wire pulling, and from that day on called me his apprentice.
A true asshole he was. Gods, I'm gonna miss him.
Hi, y'all made it. Just about to send him
Did
off.
you guys beat the game? Yeah, we did. Thanks for following, Fun Dog. Santa Monica. Oh, you beat Odin? Welcome to the other half of the game.
You are one of the few I would call friend.
I always thought you were one of the dumbest creatures I'd ever met. Didn't expect you to be the bravest, too.
This world is a darker place for your leaving it.
We're taking him to the Sverd Sands. It's, in the wetlands near the ferry. We'll wait for you there.
Yeah, you should be able to portal straight there. My favorite part was Odin. Good villain, gigantic asshole. Splatterboy's here. Just missed the reactions to the finale. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
What are you doing here? This is a dwarf town.
There was an Einherjar occupation. They came from one of the remnants of
Asgard. And Asgard is not a place. It is a people.
Ratatoskr and Magnus Chase literally just roasted people to death. Yeah, true. He told Magnus, "Your mom's dead."
I do prefer the giant squirrel that
I don't suppose
just
more
swears all
violence
the
in the
time.
street.
I actually really liked the
Considering
Magnus
that it's
Chase
safe
take
to
on it,
announce.
where he was a gigantic squirrel and, like, basically, like,
he would send
when you
Sonic.
got near him, yeah, he would, like, telepathically get inside your head and start, like, blasting you with everything that hurts you and, like, all the trauma you've dealt with. Like, that's what his insults are, basically.
Is it right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Get to a teleport thing, and yeah, you might want to, yeah, Mark, I was going to say the teleport thing is where you're going.
The gates?
Yeah, like that one right there. Cause
I can just go down. It's just down.
Okay, well, there you go.
I remember when we were first playing this area, I was like, oh, I'm surprised they had us do this walking in the tunnels thing again.
Can I talk about my ideas now? Yeah, now I think you can.
No, now it's even more.
Odin's dead. Will you all go somewhere else? There's no more Valhalla. Ah, there you go. There you go.
Now we shoot it out of.
Just shoot Bifrost out of his eyes like when they did the experiment on him.
Shield strike now!
I missed the shield strike.
Careful, brother.
You know, I tried using that Mimir like laser eye relic like endgame, and it was fun. But I found that against the like final Berserker boss, the realm shift was a lot. And then the final Berserker boss, as I said, gives you the best relic in the game. So after I beat him, I just used what he gave me against the other boss.
Well, it'll be useful to use it in New Game Plus.
Yes,
and give me God of War. I like how he punches armor off.
So close to being able to use a takedown on him. Or not, for some reason it's just not going up down. A meter high. Weird. Alright, so in Toko's...
Oh, by the way, do we not have Ratatoskr anymore?
No. Yeah. So, like, yeah, there's just no more Atreus or any of the stuff. Just get away.
That kind of makes the fact that he was gaining XP in the later part of the game even more annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, that was useless. Can I transfer it over to...
You know what sucked? I didn't use Ratatoskr in the Asgard segment, so I never got to use him.
Oh, that's funny.
Alright, where's the gate? Here? I don't see it. There's the boat, but that'll take a lot longer.
We're gonna take the scene.
Okay, you weirdo.
You don't like the scenic route?
Alright, so in Toko's story, the Ringmaster's true form is a giant made out of smaller people. Whoa. Which is why in his other forms he has a new face every episode. Jesus. It's just made out of people. What is this, like a Ralph Breaks the Internet? With the giant Ralph made of Ralphs.
Alright, after we do the funeral, I think we'll take a quick break.
Yeah, I think that's a good time to take a break.
Because I kind of have to pee and I want to get a
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I wonder if the devs are planning on making a standalone Loki game. That would be cool. And maybe you could wrap up Century's story.
Maybe the next game will be called Son of War.
Ooh, that would be kind of cool, actually.
I wonder if... I'm curious. I wonder if they are done with Kratos' story or not. Because it feels like...
I don't think so. I think they said something about, like that they were going to do another game. And there is a little hint to it somewhere in this game. I'm not going to tell you until it becomes possible.
Well, I've heard some of the hints that people have said. We're not supposed to stop.
No, this isn't it.
I've heard some of the hints, but even so, I don't know. I feel like even if they're gonna make another, what did they say?
What hints have you heard?
I heard there was like a hint with some Japanese or something, but maybe that was something else that I'm mixing up. But either way, I've heard there are hints. When what did they say exactly? Do you remember about them making another game?
Well, if I tell you, it's going to spoil something. So, like, I'll tell you after you do a certain thing.
Well, is it something they said in game or like an interview? Or...
Somebody told me one of the creators said it. I didn't actually look it up. I can look it up.
Okay. We missed this.
Apparently.
From behind! Incoming!
A chest we never opened. This will be very important. Yes. 123 hacks. Here, you want to go to the funeral prior thing? Because I think I'm a little lost.
Okay. I hate finding articles that don't get to the damn point. Like an article of like that says that what's next for the God of War franchise, and like the article like goes on for pages explaining what happens in this game. It's like I already know what happened in this game. Anyone reading your article knows what happened in this game. Get to the goddamn point.
Yeah.
I fucking hate when people write shit like that.
I agree, it's really annoying. They do that so that way they can fill up more of the article page.
Ooh, there's a remnant of Asgard here. Want to just wipe it out while we're here?
Yeah, sure.
Wipe out all remains of Asgard! We cannot coexist!
They are demons in our land, a blight upon the people.
They are a scum which must be wiped out.
Execute Order 66.
We hate all people with their complexion and skin.
I forgot there were these things you could go under.
I think there's just one, actually.
Yeah, never mind that. Oh, there's a rune chest, too.
Yep. Remains of Asgard. Here we go. Ooh, and a tree.
Your master is no more. Be at peace.
No, we refuse to be at peace. Come here.
Have it
Come
your
here.
way,
Come here.
then.
Good. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that.
Batter up. I'm guessing does the Wall of Asgard have a name?
I don't think it does, actually.
Careful, brother. You're covered in
Doors all.
But I noticed that's a piece of the
Yeah.
Enemies on the left.
How are you Bifrosting in? The Bifrost is destroyed.
Yeah, the Bifrost is destroyed.
There is no Bifrost. How are you doing that?
The Bifrost is not a piece of place. It is a people. I want to pick up.
Yeah. No, that's not what I pressed circle to do, game. Press circle.
Enemies to your left.
At least she's dead.
There it is. And we're done. Head off. Oh, we're not done.
There's two more.
And Freya summons.
I'm guessing the reason they made it so you don't get Rattusker back is because he made some of the endgame
Well, if
fights.
there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realms.
Only if we do nothing.
I mean, technically, the only mission you
There's only in the last one.
How many more?
Only one.
I know, but what I was gonna say is like, there's only two things you can't do before losing Atreus. One is this Remnants of Asgard mission, and the other is one of the hidden bosses.
Yeah. I'm guessing it.
Well, I guess, and also this feud.
Yeah, but you're really gonna need Rattusker for the.
Well, and that hidden section of Niflheim, but there's no hidden boss there.
Oh, there's a hidden section of Niflheim?
Yeah, like I said,
right,
now
right.
there's a new section of Niflheim you can go to.
That's cool.
Should I try to get this Nornir chest? It's
Is this our first
teaching
time?
us about this as if this is the... Because we could have gone here way earlier in the game. Okay, what do I need? I need PBN. Peanut butter and Nutella! Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to literally throw this through.
Wait, no, you could rune freeze it, can't you?
Oh, yeah. I got to this part of the...
Oh, maybe you can't.
No, I can't. Wait, is that the right end? No. Yeah. They don't expect you to have the hex thing yet. Maybe that's why it doesn't work.
Okay, we got that.
Okay, where's B and M? Or P and B? Or where's the other two?
No, you're right the first time. It was B and N.
While I'm doing this, do you want to go pee and get a snack?
I was gonna have us actually go on a break to do that.
I know.
I
I'm
can
just
wait.
saying, like, if you're hungry.
Well, because I was also gonna say that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a chest over there we also didn't get.
Yeah, there's stuff here. Fuck that dwarf who built that.
You know what's interesting is we never see Atreus open any rune chests.
Oh, you mean Nornir chests?
Yeah, Norn chests.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. That's true. Well, he doesn't have any of the stuff to open one. His arrows can't break the runes that need to be broken. He doesn't have the axe to turn the rune things. And he doesn't have the blades to light the rune things or the spear to explode the rune things.
Yeah, that's the end. Now we just need the feet. Probably down over here.
Ah, here it is.
Is there only one of these, really?
There we go. Okay, did it.
We need 3 more.
No, we need one more.
We have 3. I remembered it was either we had 3 or needed 3 after that.
Okay, glad that's out of the way. Got the Asgard thing done and the Nornir chest.
The real Balvinsky trains mice for a circus. Other Balvinsky is the mice. They can do a Roman God of War, and it'd pretty much be a remake of the old ones.
It could be interesting to maybe, like, have a God of War that takes place when, like, you could say the remaining gods have gone to Rome and are being newly worshipped. You could even have a plot where they're trying to create enough worship of Zeus that he, like resurrects as Jupiter, and that could be a whole plot.
They could do that. That would be interesting. Yeah. I think if they're gonna move on to another one, I think they would want to do a fresh mythology.
You know, you could have, and you could have Athena be the main antagonist as, like, Minerva, and, like, she's trying to regain power. Because, like, at the end of God of War 3, she wanted, like, the power of hope, and, like, in order to take over. And, like, you could even tie that into Rome being the conquering empire. It's Athena's new plan to take over. Like, she convinced the Romans to, be like that.
Even though they didn't, the Romans weren't that huge a fan of Athena.
Yeah. But you could say, she's like doing it like a little behind the scenes. She's convincing them to like worship Jupiter or whatever in order to do that. I don't know. You could do something with it.
You could have
God of War is rarely super accurate. So.
That's fair. You know what it could be?
What?
It could be she's created another god in a similar image to Ares, but it's Mars.
Yeah.
Because Mars was one of the most worshipped gods for the Romans.
Yeah, actually, you could.
And then, much like in the previous game, how in this game where we were talking a lot about Tyr, the Norse god of war.
Yeah.
Well, not the god.
I still really think it would be cool to have a God of War game where, like, because Athena's still out there, where like the remaining Greek gods are trying to get their revenge on Kratos. Like Artemis is still out there, and you could have two of the main villains be Deimos and Phobos, Ares' children. Like, I think that'd be perfect. You could also have Eris and Enyo. They've never appeared in God of War.
That's true. We could finally get some of the ones that never showed up.
Okay, now where's the, there's a raven here?
Right above you. To your right.
Oh. Cool. Die, bitch.
That's another raven sent to the Tree of the Dead. Perhaps we should check up on it.
Well, I guess we've killed enough to get one of the heavy runic attacks. Cool.
Let's go.
Alright, so there should be a... Wait, how do I get over here, though? No, the boat can't go this way. It can only go in the light blue water.
Oh, we'll go to the edge of the water.
Maybe there's a... If I recall correctly, there might be a device that can pull me over there. Yeah, hold on. Is it over here? Yeah, good.
Oh, it's one of the...
Yeah, it's the... Remember, we used this after we saved Tyr.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have to pull it this time. It's just automatic.
What is wrong?
I should have changed. Sewn some mourning garb. We're not dressed properly.
We're fine. The dwarves don't typically require formal wear at funerals.
Brock certainly would not.
Perhaps.
Phil, now you've got me thinking of what I might look like with some jewellery around my neck stump. Maybe some gold woven into my beard. That'd be quite fetching, eh?
Thanks for trying.
There they are, brother.
Oh, come on, surely he'll be along. It's his brother.
Let's hope so. Loss can do things to a man. You made it. We can begin.
What if I never showed up? What if I just waited a few hours?
Well, they're also... Yeah, they're also wondering where Sin... Doing a Viking funeral.
Makes sense. They are Vikings, in a sense. And he's gonna appear right there. He's gonna come out of the water with the lady. Gurdy.
It would actually be kind of cool if the lady showed up. But I also don't see how that would happen.
There he is.
Yeah, he came. Ooh, his arms are hairy.
Surprised he doesn't shave his arms.
He wore gloves.
Even so, I'm surprised he doesn't shave his arms.
And melancholic music.
I love you. You know, it would be really cool if they set the spear that he made on fire and threw it.
A blast with Mimir's laser.
Remember that one scene in Game of Thrones where the guy keeps missing the fire arrows?
To see his armor so dirty. How much things have changed. It makes sense to have Freya do it. She's the archer. You know, Atreus should have been here for this.
Yeah. I wonder why the game developers decided not to have him in the ending part.
Yeah, this, like, he should have been here for once.
Sindri. Blackpuss.
It's interesting that they just show the teleportation.
Because he had to go into the shadow to do it.
What? Gets bigger the more you take away.
A hole. That's the answer to the riddle. Like the hole in his heart now.
I didn't figure it out. That's a nice time for him to figure out the riddle.
It's thematic. It's a riddle Brock came up with.
And that's where the game ends.
Kinda. It's like the official ending. Alright, well, you want to take a little break?
Yeah,
I think now's a good time to take a break.
We're gonna take a break while the credits roll.
I'm just gonna pause it here.
Alright, we're back.
Hey, look who's back. It's us, people with faces.
And Durlin.
I don't know if there's anything.
Where the hell were you during Ragnarok?
Afterlives after afterlives or whatever you.
I was
But
taking
if
care
there's-
of dinner.
I imagine he's causing one crazy ruckus there.
You guys hear us? Okay, you can.
I wrote that dirge for him.
What's it called?
Something profane.
He wouldn't have it any other
He wrote
way.
a song called Something Profane.
Forgive Sindri. He's just, I mean, you know.
He's in pain.
Sadness.
Did we ever meet that other dwarf who was playing that song before this?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first came to Svartalfheim. He's the one who told us where to find Durlin.
It's convenient they had exactly 3 dwarves that attended this funeral and no other ones that the developers had to make.
Yeah, well, the other dwarves shunned abroad. So these are the ones who did.
I still find it funny. There's the Svartalfheim gate and only Sindri comes out.
Yeah. I also think it would have been a nice moment, actually, you know, if, you know, the dwarves didn't like being under Odin's grip. So after, you know, Ragnarok, and it's like, we're free from Odin, and part of that is because of what Brock did. But if, like, you go to the funeral, at first there's only, like, yeah, these 3 dwarves there, but then as it goes, you turn around and you see a whole bunch of other dwarves have shown up. Like,
It would be nice, but I think they didn't want to have to make a bunch of dwarves.
I know. I just think it would have been, you know,
it
a
would've
good
been more
send
poetic.
off to Brock.
Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
Speak, boy.
Freyr's son. I'm glad he got it back.
Odin stole it?
Not quite. It couldn't be stolen. It had to be given freely. Freyr had it forged in his younger days, imbued with its own motives and passion. For centuries, he swore he would only ever set it down in death or upon meeting the love of his life. Both he and the sword were romantics, you see.
Okay. That didn't really answer how Odin got it.
I wonder what Sindri thinks of Atreus now that, since he didn't even show up at the funeral.
Yeah.
I mean, was he even invited?
Stupid ad. Terrible time for an ad with a... Oh, during the funeral? Oh, no! I thought I had... Oh, that sucks, Death Ray, man.
Wait, that's not possible. That shouldn't have happened, because I said...
Yeah.
whenever I go to break, I make sure it plays a... It plays a
maybe
3-minute
Twitch
ad.
is just being stupid. I don't know.
Huh, that's weird. Wonder what
We can do...
I have a lemon cream pie now. Nice. I kind of like Sindri didn't ask the dwarves to join the war. I like it too. It was just a funny scene. You're like, oh, the Dwarven Warriors will come. It's just Sindri.
I still think it would have been very in character for Durlin to show up.
Niflheim?
And it would have been a good conclusion for Durlin's arc. You know, he led a failed rebellion before, and now he can lead his dwarves to victory. I felt like that would have been really.
I agree. It probably. It would have been nice for just at least Durlin and the others to show up. My ad blocker is getting a bit less reliable. Well, you realize that they, Twitch blocks the ad blocker from doing what they're supposed to. So.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, because that's how they make their money for Twitch is with the ads.
Yeah, but YouTube makes their money that way too. They don't block the ad blocker.
Oh no, they do. It's just easier for the guy who makes ad blocker to get around that
YouTube's
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
So what, Twitch figured out how to stop him?
Yeah, they're just more aggressive about it. Is the thing. Because it is Amazon after all.
Find that orb yet?
No.
We never found your orb.
Hello, Lunda.
Hey, goddess. About your brother. I never got the chance to tell you.
But does get
I know
mostly
moments like this
interesting.
you're supposed to say sorry and
Money,
whatnot, but
stupid. Money.
I always known that pretty man had great.
Lunda calls everyone pretty and
do
handsome.
something amazing one day, and I'm just, I'm proud that now the 9 realms know it too.
I thank you.
Anytime, ma'am.
Oh, was she talking about Frey?
Freyr.
Frey, yeah, that's right. Oh, she was talking about Brock.
Luna.
Hi there. I wanted to ask, do you
Oh,
want me
I was
to
just
stop
talking about this.
talking about your muscles and and how you look and stuff? Because it seems like it's making you all wiggly, like in a bad way.
She's like, am I making you uncomfortable?
But no longer.
Oh, okay. So I should stop? Sounds like I should stop.
No.
I like when you call me Vince.
Beefcake. Yeah, beefcake. What a weird thing to call someone. A beefcake.
What is this?
Yeah, this is our first time.
Ravens, the ones we've been destroying. Odin's little spies.
Oh right, let's
This is
let's
our
grab
first
our
time
new
here.
Our souls transformed. Our minds remained. Until those two perverted became.
Alright, cool.
I think it's the one
anyway,
on the far right.
Let's
Oh, no.
grab our new heavy runic. Sweet, we got the Breath of Thamur. This was in the last game.
Soul sinking deeper. Until gathered up.
An acolyte of Odin's. Very secretive. Trusted
So
with
their
his
mother,
dirtiest
the Raven
deeds.
Keeper,
Never met her
gave
myself.
them to Odin.
Ah. Can we upgrade the axe? Oh no,
I
we got
think
it.
it's because of the runic attack.
We also got a new thing.
Oh wow,
for
we only have these two runic attacks, so this attack.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
It's not that great against bosses in the last game.
Yeah, if the boss is in a position where they can be stunned, it's great. But if not, this will screw you over. So yeah, it's a little hard to say. But against common enemies, it's pretty good. So until we fight a boss, we'll do it.
You can also upgrade it.
Yeah, good point.
Because
Well,
we have all
a
that
lot of experience.
all that experience that we're using.
You might as well upgrade the most powerful heavy.
Did we get
runic.
something new for the blade?
Did we? Oh, yeah, a new. I found a new handle, but it's not as good as what we have. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Any skills? Yeah, here we go. Let's just go ahead and get this just for the fuck of it. Might
We
as well
still
get
need
these
a Gale
two.
Flame.
We're still one Gale Flame short. Damn it. Oh, we got a lot of Freya shit. Okay.
Let's see. So, as a reminder, there are 8 participants. There are Leo, Donnie, Usagi, Leatherhead, Razor, Tolko, Olpex, and Armageddon. Razor and Tolko are the 2 mutants that show up in the second 90s live action.
Oh, okay. Ran out of Freya XP.
Alopex and Armageddon are comic book characters that show up in 2012.
Alright, so we need 10 more Ravens for this, and another 10 for this. Alright. Well, anyway, in the meantime, let's check out this new path that opened.
Another fallen piece of Asgard. Something seems a bit
It's the piece of the
different about this
wall,
one.
which is allowing us to pass
Dunno.
through.
I've just a funny feeling.
It's going to be the rest of Mimir's body mutated into a walking corpse.
Yes, that's exactly what it will be.
I wouldn't put it past Odin.
Hang on a minute. Is this a prison?
Oh,
This is a hidden
seems so.
prison, Odin.
Let's continue. Might be something useful inside.
Sometimes when you fight, when you wipe out, like, the remnants of Asgard guys, like, they have a little note saying, like, you know, be sure to secure the prison in Niflheim.
This place goes deep. We should head
This is
downward.
Niflheim.
Ah, yes.
This
I'm
is a
sure
prison.
there's
Wait, wasn't
nothing
the prison in
especially
Asgard,
dangerous at the bottom of an Asgardian prison.
Or was it always here?
I think it was always here. Or maybe it was a. I don't know.
Maybe after.
Or maybe it landed here after Ragnarok, and then they just had a note saying that the prison is
What would be a secret prison after
If the Einherjar survived Ragnarok, perhaps some of the
figure it out.
inmates did as well.
Let us find out.
I'm probably not going to be able to figure it out.
Okay. Well, in order to get to the prisoner, we're gonna have to solve the prison puzzle.
Oh, is it going to be the actual tier?
Wouldn't that be something?
There must be a way to reach the lower levels. Just need to find a way down.
Alright, let me see here. Can I...
Oh, you gotta spear that.
Yeah. Alright. I have to do it from here.
One of the few times they don't tell you how to solve the puzzle. It's like,
Yeah. Perhaps if you toss the spear from over there, Kratos.
Thank God they didn't just give that away.
Alright, here we are. Wow, he started using an attack I needed to shield dash while I was shield dashing. Right, you made me miss. I know, but I wanted to kill them all dramatically. Is there another guy here? No?
I heard someone going, "Urgh."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like. Is there another guy? That was just Freya. Freya went, "Rah!"
Dwarf.
Recognize him, Mimir?
I do not, sadly.
Still
Of course,
here
the Einherjar disappeared a fair few Dwarven rebels during the occupation. I suspect this is one of them.
Who would be a prisoner? It's not Emir, is it?
No, Emir is dead.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of somebody that Odin would do.
I hear somebody grunting.
It's probably
Is it Kratos again? Like, it sounds like, yeah, there's another fucking Angrboda. Probably whoever's down on this level. Yeah.
Left flank!
Your shield ain't that useful if I can just break it.
Fuck you. I'm using all the elements. Oh, there's a light elf.
Interesting. I mean, I guess he would have gotten some light out.
Or maybe it was a prisoner who's just not gonna be great with this.
He might think you were correct.
Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
Rage! Rage against the machine! The health.
Alright. I think the light elf was in here.
Oh, so they probably were a prisoner.
Okay, got a short way back. Yeah. Oop.
Hey, chat, do any of you know if there's any news on the Sun Wukong game coming out?
Yeah, Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong? Ah, it's breaking the rules.
That's one.
You know, I think Atreus' arrows could break those.
Yeah, maybe. But he can't do the other three kinds.
So the reason why Usagi's in the tournament is because his world got destroyed by a mysterious entity and wants to use the wish to bring it back. It's scheduled for this year, that's all I know. Oh, I didn't even know that.
This year? Oh shit. We gotta really make an event out of that shit.
I'm not that surprised at being this year, it's just the fact
That's an elf, but not a particularly high-ranking one. So what did Odin have to gain by imprisoning them?
I'd say information, but why keep them locked up afterward? Why not just kill them?
Do they have some Bifrost power?
Was keeping these prisoners alive for a reason.
I'm trying to think. Who would Odin... Oh,
hello.
Be careful, brother.
The Dark Elf.
These prisoners may not be as grateful for their freedom as one would
This is
hope.
like the elf. Oh, this is who was making that noise.
Oh, well, you're
I
very
freed you, dick cheese. What? Are you upset that I interrupted your grunting?
Yes,
like this was my grunting.
Was he imprisoned here with his weapon?
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on to that spear.
You might need it. What was this, like a gladiator combat thing?
I don't know.
I can't figure it out. The only thing that keeps coming to my mind is the horse.
only bring this up.
You can throw another spear into it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot it doesn't. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go this way.
I don't know if it matters.
Because if I had tried to hop the other way, I would have just gone straight into that thing. If I recall correctly, I think there's one of the rune things is down at the bottom of that elevator. Of course, you have the other thing. This is such a cool attack.
It is actually pretty cool. It went on a bit too long though, because they both got stunned.
Yeah. It would be nice if you could keep. Oh, heavy guy.
From behind! Incoming!
Another guy. How many of you are there, Dan?
Still unpleasant.
He's out.
I like him.
Changing arrows!
He's still alive?
Got him!
At least there's plenty of health around here.
Okay, there. Now he's out.
Alright. I'm trying to think. Who would Odin keep as a prisoner?
Ooh, a traveler. Who again was allowed to keep his weapon, by the way.
Yeah, he's being imprisoned by Odin.
Oh, yeah, the whole remember each realm has like a special plant. It's a side quest.
Who was he?
I don't know. A gardener, perhaps? Dreamshade is difficult to keep alive, even under the best conditions, but this... He gave all his strength to keep it alive.
That's a cute little
Then it is right. You should have it.
The other plants don't have little backstories like that.
Oh, that sucks.
Let me see.
Is you gotta go from the other side.
Maybe I can... Is there a rune here? Oh, yeah. I think I just saw it. Oh, fuck. Can I... maybe I have to be up
I think you have to
above.
kill the traveler.
Well, hold on. I think maybe I can get it from... Or maybe it's not even here. Maybe I was just seeing that mist. I'm starting to think that's the case. Yeah, I don't think there's a rune here, actually. My mistake. Okay, well, either way, I'm gonna have to kill this traveler now. Oh, shit, I am low.
You should be able to do it.
Any chance you're willing to talk?
Don't forget you have your prayer.
Yeah.
Everybody's runic right now?
It's to create like a poison cloud. Runics aren't super useful against travelers because they're unstunnable.
Yeah, but it'll do damage.
Yeah, like Freya's is. I mean, like, you know, your companion's runics are good. But there, just got Freya's runic. Alright. I dodged in the wrong direction. I think I can make this
Remember, our heavy runic has some range to it.
There we go. But I'm not risking it. I'm like one or two hits away from dying. Okay, there we go. Got rid of his armor. Maybe now I can stun him. Yes, okay. There we go. Did it. Excellent.
Ooh. I was just gonna walk past you.
Alright, now, what was in his room? Nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid! Okay, so the bottom floor is kind of just for that flower and just to murder a traveler. You know, if you were imprisoned by Odin, why do you still believe in Odin's journey, Mr. Traveler?
Maybe he believed in the journey, but not the person giving it.
Okay, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't think
Well, you can move that up above, remember?
No, yeah, I know I can move that. I was just
Odin
trying to
hid
see if I could get to the other side of this lower level.
We should
Looks like
find
right
a way
now
to the
I
cell on the other side.
I need to... If I can lower this down, then I can do it. You know, what are my movement
Ooh, I know. I think you can move that, pull that one up.
Like this, yeah, this will only... Yeah. Wait, whoops, didn't mean to do this. That's where that was originally. Now I can pull this up. Okay. And then, well, that won't get... Okay, I think let's pull it up even higher. I think I need to do. Alright, now... Let's see, can I use it now? I think so.
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah. Do not leave stray spears.
Wait, did you break all the runes?
No.
Like, you sure?
Oh. I guess I broke them during the fight.
Because I didn't see them glowing, so I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, good eye.
Hey, maximum health increase.
Wee! I meant to do that.
Yeah, that worked out. You were pretty low on health.
Yes, it did.
Another chest.
Yay.
It was Odin's secret dildo.
We've got everything we need from here. No need to look for any further.
Oh, lucky
charm. Charm from details that increases an archer's dexterity. Okay, so that's an accessory for Let's see what that does for Freya. There we go. Every third arrow fires an additional arrow. Oh, that sounds great, actually.
That's actually pretty nice.
So like arrows. First turn action. Enemies killed from arrows. Those are all good. I think let's get rid of this one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because shooting
an extra arrow is pretty sweet, you know. Too. It's like there's an old dead Droger.
Why, that's the dwarven sound device Sindri used during the battle.
Oh, it's what do you call it?
We might still
it's a
find
tuning
use
fork.
for it.
Yeah. So that's a new relic for us. It would create a shockwave, basically.
And it stuns them. That's nice.
Cool. Nice. All right. How do I get to prisoner? Ooh. Oh wait, that's where I came from. Okay. We have to get to the other side of that lowest level. That's what needs to happen. So, are there any? Let's see. Are there any chains up here for me to move? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So what about here?
We've opened up all.
Yes, we've got one here. That only moves that one though. I can move it down though. Okay.
Oh, wait, move it down?
I think I have to. I think I have to go down first and then moves this.
No. Move down.
Or wait, yeah, I have that short.
Yeah, there's a shortcut from one of the rooms.
from when I broke some shit. Okay. That's as far down as it'll let me move that.
So in one of the rooms there should be a way.
Yeah. Not here.
Was it on a different floor?
Here it is.
Ah, here it is.
Okay, so now that's all the way down there. Okay, now I need to move the other one down. There we go. Okay, I think we're good.
I think that's the way we normally can. So let's go to the other side.
Oh yeah. Silly me. Yeah. All right. Let's. Okay. I think we're in new territory.
Yep.
Ooh.
This is new. Okay, who could this prison? It is Tyr. I was right.
Freya! I can't believe it.
Wait, that can't be. Lord Tyr.
Is this an illusion?
No, brother. No, I think it's the real
Not
deal.
that last time.
Amir? Is that you, old friend?
In all the important ways, aye.
There was such a commotion. If Odin learns what you've done...
Odin is dead.
The realms are at last free of him. You're safe.
Odin's dead.
And Asgard fallen.
So the reign of the Aesir is truly over.
This should have been a
That's
cutscene, to be
quite a lot
honest.
to take in.
honestly.
And you are?
His name is Kratos.
Kratos. I know
You
that
should.
name.
You had a pot with me on it in your vault.
Yeah, remember he recognized him based on that.
No. No, what I need most now, I think, is to reflect on what you've told me. I need space, if you would grant me that.
Very well. Our home is in the realm between realms for the moment. You can find us there when you're ready.
Kratos. I know you from somewhere. I'm sure it will come back to me.
Until then.
Alright, we did it.
So, Tyr wasn't dead this whole time.
So, like, Odin needs these prisoners alive so he can take their forms.
Yeah, I just was thinking that right as...
I don't know why he has to leave them with their weapons. That's a whole nother
I guess so.
question.
I'm guessing if he transforms into them.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine.
That way if he transforms into them, he also has their weapons.
Maybe.
I would love to be alone for a moment.
You believe that was truly him?
It's hard to trust anything after what we've been through. But with Odin gone, I have no cause to doubt it.
Our paths will cross again. Of that,
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure.
that does. Honestly, if I knew Odin was dead, I'd be like, yeah, even if it isn't him, it's not
Where'd you
Odin.
know?
It's kind of interesting that the story ends with you hanging out with Freya.
Yeah. After she vowed revenge on you in the last.
This goes to show that...
Well, now we know what this prison's for. This is where Odin stashed those he would camouflage himself as.
Makes sense. If you're going to imitate someone, you wouldn't want them walking around.
Why not kill them?
He must need them alive in order to assume their form.
Aye. Odin likely wanted Tyr dead for a multitude of reasons. But he knew Tyr would be more useful alive.
Your god of war has truly returned. What now?
He'll want to stretch his legs, I imagine. Imprisonment stokes wanderlust.
Remember,
Not that I need to remind any of us of that.
She wants that orb so bad.
Hey, we'll get you your goddamn vibrator orb.
So you can spot Tyr in the realms now. After this, sometimes he'll appear.
That's cool. So Niflheim isn't just one area; it's two.
Yeah, it's 2 areas.
Makes sense.
And that Tyr is actually Odin again.
IGN made an article about it 2 days ago. It's set to release in 2024. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
The
Black Myth Wukong.
When's it set? There's an illusion, so don't worry about the when. Oh, true. Time is an illusion, so don't worry about when. We'll be playing as Wukong fighting against the forces of the Jade Emperor, or will we be helping Triptaka journey to the west? I don't think we know the answer to that, do we?
Yeah, it's
Vanaheim.
strange a little bit.
We've only gotten
Sounded like
gameplay
Lady Sif managed to convince
trailers,
the
right?
old boar to shelter the
story
Aesir
trailers.
refugees.
The
It was
trailers
his
had
idea.
had some story in
foster
them,
peace among the
but it's
Vanir
hard to
Aesir.
tell if it's just a
That's
retread of Journey to the
brilliant.
West or its own
Shifty
original
bastard
story.
must
It
be
seems
trying
like
to
it might
prove
be
he can
some sort of
out-diplomat
mix.
me.
At least he's not convincing her to marry someone, like some other diplomats would.
A deservedly low blow, Your Majesty.
Anytime.
They said it took place after Journey to the West, and that's about it. Oh, interesting. I didn't know they said that. They're mainly showing off the gameplay in the trailers. I was right. Well, then hope what they do is interesting. Reading the article, Black Myth Wukong's planned to release summer 2024. Yeah. Thank you, Yuki. I'm sorry that was so far back.
Ooh, Dew of Yggdrasil.
I wonder how much the dues actually help.
They increase a stat by 2.
I know they say that, but how much does increasing that stat actually do anything? You know what I'm
two.
Yeah, but what is that?
By 2. Oh, there's a piece of Asgard.
We found all the important pieces of Asgard. No more important pieces of Asgard. There's nothing special about the pieces of Asgard.
You're nuts. I'm gonna say to you what my parents said to me every day. You're not special.
I don't know why, but this reminds me of The Office. When he's,
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
when Michael Scott's first girlfriend, Jan, that's it. After she breaks up with him and she has a baby, and then she names it Astrid, and they write, "Welcome, Astrid."
Astrid. Oh god.
Can't do this without you, Kratos!
Here you go.
that was anticlimactic. Yuki wants a life tip from you, Andrew.
From me, I mean, I'll give you an actual one based on something that actually I think was a positive. Maybe stop mobile gaming. I used to play a lot of mobile games, and I realized I wasn't having fun playing them because they were just filled with microtransactions, FOMO, daily missions where it's like, I don't even want to play today, but if I don't play today, then I'm not going to get like the 16th calendar unlock thing, and if I miss that, then I'll never be able to get to the day 31 calendar unlock thing. And, you know, and it doesn't matter because I'm never going to get the most out of the game anyway, because the stuff, the skins in it that I want are like $20 per month. It's not fun. Mobile games.
I think the better lesson there is quit mobile gaming, but if you're not having fun with something, quit it and find the things you actually do.
It always depressed me because like a lot of the mobile games were like, it's like they were like half fun. Like there was stuff in them I really liked, but like there was also this constant air of non-fun because it's like, oh, you're missing out on this part of the game and you're missing out on that part of the game because you won't fucking empty your wallet into it. And then even if you're really enjoying yourself, your energy level is just gonna run out. Now you're not allowed to play anymore. And it just give us I don't like this game. We're fighting like 3 heavy Einherjar at once.
The majority of mobile games are god-awful. That's because a lot of them are also barely finished at all. I personally don't really... Gacha games don't really bother me. They bother Andrew.
Yeah, I can't stand them.
The idea behind gacha games is more supposed to be like, or I should say, the way that the Japanese do a lot of mobile games. The reason why it's okay to pay for them is because you work hard throughout the week to reward yourself. That's the idea. But if you don't like them, I'm not going to tell you you have to like them. I totally understand.
I personally think games should just be fun. I think once you buy it, then it should be the end of your purchase requirements, and it should now be able to save for you whenever you need it, instead of like a source of more stress or like, you know. Because that's just a source of more stress. To be like, oh, if I don't spend $20 on this thing, I'm not going to get the full experience of this game. It's supposed to be a source of fun. Oh god, these guys are healing themselves. That's why they're so hard. And I killed one and then another one spawned. Fucking assholes.
You know, part of the reason why it might be so tough in Japan is because gambling is illegal in Japan,
Yeah, so they replaced it with this shit.
It's that and Pachinko. Pachinko is the most popular game in all of Japan, which is basically gambling. However, the way they get around it is, so you know how at gambling halls, the way it works is you can,
No heal!
Behind you, look out!
The way you know how the way it works in a gambling hall is you gamble and then they give you chips and you can trade in those chips for actual money. Well, the way they do it in Japan is you can buy the pachinko balls for the pachinko machine, and then you can get more pachinko balls. And you can't trade those in for money at that building. You go to another building that's around the corner.
Yeah. So that's how they claim it.
I don't understand why they keep
giving you the option to cash.
Can't they sense Odin is dead?
They are soldiers. They will always be loyal to him, alive or dead. It is a matter of honor.
Yes, he will continue to follow his orders and keep the realms under his thumb.
Not for long, they won't.
Okay, that's another piece of
Asgard. The pieces of Asgard thing actually kind of explains why she's hanging out with Kratos after the end game, because they're both trying to get rid of the remnants of Odin.
Yep.
I'm just wondering, how did Atreus survive that blast at the end?
No idea.
Jotun magic.
Giant stuff.
Giant stuff. Damn you, changed that BEG serpent was gonna be mine. Or damn you, Chance.
So
Kratos.
Now,
welcome back.
Yeah,
they live
the Aesir and the Veneer have
Lady
united.
Sif, Freya, it speaks volumes seeing you here in
What's
person.
left of them, anyway.
The first of the Aesir to visit us
Yeah,
in
Sif
peace.
is the leader
Really,
of
Your
what's
Majesty.
left of the Aesir.
It's the capacity of the
And
Vanir's
Hilda Savini, I
forgiveness
believe, is
that
the new
speaks
leader of the
volumes.
Veneer.
We know Asgard was more than Odin and his Einherjar. If they'll help us rebuild, they're more than welcome to stay.
Aesir and Vanir living together. I never thought it possible.
I imagine a severe lack of options for the Aesir helped ease things along.
Oh, Mimir. It has truly been a pleasure not listening to your prattling commentary for the last 100 winters.
Well, excuse me.
Hey, excuse me, princess.
I think that was what they were doing there.
Yeah.
They know the memes. They know they're on.
Stories I have.
Mobile games. I wouldn't really say mobile games are scams, but some of them definitely.
A lot of them.
Yeah, the ones you see ads for are mostly scams. Because those ones are like, here's this game that you can play, and then
back to it. Then.
So
there's
here's a hint at what the next game might be.
Chinese
You saved
mythology.
them, Freya.
He's doing
I did
Tai Chi.
nothing.
Yeah.
No, I did nothing. Scratching tally marks into a cell while the world ended around me. You returned to your people. You endured their hatred. You helped them become more.
Freyr and his soldiers.
They survived. They endured. But there's a reason the tide turned. When
So
the
Black Myth
goddess
Wukong is
Freya
actually going to be the
returned
next
home.
God of War.
The love of this place.
It's all, they're going to
I can
reveal it
feel
in the next trailer. Like,
Smell it in
Sun
the
Wukong will
breeze.
turn around and Kratos will be
Anyone
behind
can.
it.
That love makes you strong.
It kind of bugs me that he's not doing
Makes your people
other
strong.
Tai Chi poses.
It's why you won.
Thank you.
Is this the only hint that you thought of about what the next game would be?
Yeah.
It could also just be the fact that Tyr is a learned traveler.
Yeah,
and
this is the big theory right now, though. That's what the hint is. Though they've already established Tyr has been to China and stuff, so it makes sense he would know how to do that.
I would be 100% behind it being Chinese mythology. I just feel like that's a.
I would love to see Kratos meet Sun Wukong.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Sun Wukong is one of my favorite guys.
Near the little shop I'm running
There's going to be a whole
desert,
quest about trying to figure out how to get past the
something
7 layers of immortality.
I'd love to see Kratos fight Sun Wukong. And Sun Wukong is just trolling him the whole fight. like Sun Wukong literally comes in and sees Kratos and like it's not even like it's not like a big serious battle or something. It's someone kind of like, hey, you're new. Like who do you think you are coming into my ear? And Kratos is like, get out of my way. I don't wish to fight you. And someone kind of goes, that's funny because I want to fight you. And then he just starts to end the whole fight like he's duplicating and slipping all.
Here's what I would think of the first fight: you fight him, you kill him, and then it's a clone.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as you kill him, he just comes out.
Well
done!
Oh yeah, and here's
Birger.
How do you feel?
Sorry I missed all the action. I would like to have seen Asgard fall.
You are in no condition. Besides, you've done more than enough for the cause.
You have earned your rest.
Yes. I think it may be time for this old warrior to finally lay down his sword.
Why are the travelers so big? That's what I want to know.
And leave behind all your friends.
Steroids.
I will miss their companionship, yes.
It's like a toxic football team. Odin gives everyone
here.
steroids.
Not exactly
Take the
the quiet
drugs.
I'm looking for.
Actually, I know somebody who's living alone in a quiet place who could use your help and companionship.
I came here with Atreus. He says the
would
exact
like
same
that.
thing. Because both Freya and Atreus know Charlie's.
Assassins sought you. They are dead now.
Greetings to you as well.
To elaborate, it appears your former brothers, the Travelers, have branded you a heretic. They wish to find you, but they, well, found Kratos first.
Thank you. And apologies. My decision should not have brought such violence down on you. Once I learned the Traveler's path was merely another of Odin's lies, I'd hoped my brothers would join me in stepping off it. Apparently, they did not.
Still, you're safe
He's
now.
still carving while not looking at it.
Safer,
That's very
anyway.
dangerous.
I am.
That's how good of a traveler he is. He
And
learned how to
again.
do art without looking at it.
Thank you.
It's my real passion. He's like that robot from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I just want to carve reindeer. I don't want to destroy things.
The reason why Leatherhead is joining because he wants to revive his old master, who was a scientist who accidentally turned him into a mutant. Interesting.
Alright, where to now? Now that we've...
So, as I was saying about the whole him doing Tai Chi thing,
yeah.
Again, I would be 100% behind it being Chinese. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that it feels like people are they're taking a grain of rice and turning it into a mountain. Like, this must be it.
Yeah, making a mountain out of a
that's
molehill, basically. Like, yeah, I don't know. Somebody said, and if this is true, then I totally get where everyone's coming from. I think somebody said, one of the, creators or developers said, that something Tyr is doing in the end game is in the next game. But people say stuff like that all the time, and a lot of the time it's I don't know for sure.
This could be like the whole Infinity War thing where they said they didn't. There's a scene how when Infinity War came out, they were like, "There's a scene at the end that tells us what the next movie is."
Yeah, and there wasn't.
No, there is what the title of the next movie is. So and the title of the next movie would spoil the ending of Infinity War because the next movie was Endgame.
Yeah,
and there's a part where
if you wish to derive some satisfaction
Doctor
from my
Strange
pain,
says we're in the
I'm
end
afraid
game
you'll be
now,
disappointed.
and so people were,
Kratos
and they
swung
and one of the,
swift and
I think it was
didn't you,
Spike.
brother?
He said like,
I
yeah,
felt
one of the
nearly a
lines in
scratch.
Infinity War
Shame.
is the title of the next movie, and someone guessed that it was Endgame, and he just said, "Oh, that's not it," because
they, he didn't want people to know.
Yeah, and Disney lies. Like
Yeah,
they've lied.
I don't think you should ever lie in a scenario like that. You just answer all vaguely. Is it Endgame? You could be like, I'm not gonna tell you if it is.
That's an interesting guess.
Just don't confirm or deny, basically. We have to make it daytime for me to get past this thing.
Oh, I love the way you changed the night and day. It looks so good. Well, they didn't die in Ragnarok. Weren't they supposed to?
I don't know.
I know
Baron would know.
I know Fenrir is supposed to die in Ragnarok. So is
Jormungandr. But instead, Jormungandr went back in. Thor technically died in Ragnarok.
What is your unfinished business?
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site. Now, why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of
Oh, it's one of those
bonds
boards.
my
Or is
marriage.
that Hilda's feet?
And to Asgard.
Yeah, that's him.
I think you severed that
I mean,
a
he
long
can
time
change
ago.
whatever he wants.
Not completely.
The reason... Oh, wait.
Guide us.
As for Razor and Volko, they want to become gods and go around destroying stuff. That's... shallow. Isn't basically everyone meant to die in Ragnarok? Everyone except for Magni
except
and Modi.
Magni and Modi and Baldur comes back to life. And it doesn't say what happens to Freya. I looked.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're just missing a bunch of stories.
My
that
people
tell us
settled this
after
river
Ragnarok.
many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage
Oh, there's a
to the
raven.
shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left.
In Ragnarok, Loki and Heimdall are supposed to kill each other. That didn't happen in this game.
I kind of wish
Reavers.
that had happened,
Of
but I
course.
also like that the person who stops Odin is technically Atreus, like trapping his soul.
Berserker Gravestone.
I can't wait to play this game again with friends.
I think one way to get a Gale Flame, if I recall correctly, is if we collect all the lead dwarves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we get a Chaos Flame for closing all the Droger holes, and we get
Gravestone. No doubt a
There's a
berserker
side quest
awaits.
now.
yeah. I don't know if I want to fight this Berserker while my health is low. Granted, if I die, I'll just get it all back. Let's just start the side quest.
Patience is
What is
piety.
wrong?
Please, leave me to my prayers. I await Freya, the
Oh,
great.
I'm right here.
I am here.
She will cure me. I have been a loyal follower. She would not abandon.
I am Freya. What do you need?
Only she can cure my sickness. With mangold, mire, and poem.
Oh yeah, that's another mission.
We must help her.
She demands a cure. She is dead.
She is trapped here, ignorant of her own death. If we
We
bring
can
her
get
what
the
she needs, she'll
ingredients
move
by
on.
going this
You're
way.
certain.
I'm not going to do nothing.
Should we start with
She
this or
needs
do the
mangold,
Berserker
mire,
thing?
and
You
poem.
do whatever
We
you
should
want.
find
You're in
something.
control, man.
Alright, let's see if I can beat this one.
Except for a select few, yeah, I think. Ragnarok sounded kind of like a battle royale. It is. That was,
It is a total battle royale.
It was the first battle royale. Or the first prototype. Basically, the idea behind Ragnarok was just to be the final battle that
Oh,
ends
this
up.
asshole who summons more fucking guys during the fight.
This is your end.
Well, it's always nice to have a couple of just evil characters in a battle royale type show.
Stop summoning more guys, you cheating motherfucker!
Say goodbye.
Still unpleasant.
I really like the Bifrost blast that you get, and I like that Mimir gets to become a
Just
weapon.
you and me now, buddy.
And Freya. I would use your,
Come on! Dickweed. Alright, at least it's stunning him.
And it damages the other guys.
Say goodbye. You Laughter hate. You're done.
I I gotta say, I'm really glad with the story that they gave us. Yep. And I am sad that there were a couple things that I wish they would have added, like us getting Helheim on our side, and getting the dwarves
and the elves.
Yeah.
And we're done. Nope. Now we're done. One try. Hell the fuck yeah.
Yeah, I wish that those were missions and not just
invoking Lyra after what they did.
Yeah.
But overall, it's still a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Full of artists and poets, but it fell to ruin long ago.
And these Pommels of the Nine Realms. Oh yeah, these are really good.
Oh yeah, there's 9 realm things for you.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are the ones I still use.
Them and their accursed King Hrolf. What little blood I have still boils at the thought.
Your former home, I assume.
Oh, there's
Let's
a
just take this
Gligar?
victory and move on, huh?
Shit, I wish I'd caught the Gligar.
Shoulder this burden on your own.
Admittedly, you're shouldering the brunt of the work here. Let me worry about the emotional burden.
Doesn't go far enough. Come on.
If you charge it up. Okay,
Really?
go a little higher.
Just can't go that far. I'll have to hit it from, I think, over there or something.
Yeah, that's fine. Ray, if you could not, like, be in the way. Just use the arrows.
Yeah.
That brazier. Maybe it can help with those vines.
It's really convenient that the brazier we needed is the only one that's where the vines are.
What did
one
you
of
find?
the medicine ingredients.
As you asked.
A Noken song. Be wary.
What are Noks in mythology again?
They're mischievous, like, magical creatures. Kind of like fairies from Celtic.
That Noken's healing its friends, brother.
Can you knock him down, please, Freya? I'll do it myself.
I'll do it.
I'm really low on health because of that stupid knock.
Here you go.
And also because I was fighting the bird.
Yeah, we're on the last 4 messages.
Okay.
After all the Pokemon stuff.
There's the 3-man sad. Oh, because he didn't get the Gligar. For Armageddon, he wants to live in his own world without anyone bothering him because he's an alien bounty hunter who decides to retire, but people are still after him. Huh.
That thing to shut up!
The crab creature will be knowing me wrath for siding against the pirate. That is I. I feel like I'm missing out on some lore here. My man really went from murdering pantheons to picking flowers for a friends. True. Heavy runic attack. Ooh, you could use the heavy axe runic.
It's unstable! Get back!
What's unstable?
The enemies. They need.
I think you knocked a bunch of them into the water.
No.
All part of my plan.
There was a time I could recall the face of every one of my people, but sometimes I wonder if gods live too long.
I once felt the same.
Right, you can probably hit the raven from here. Oh, there's a lore thing, too. Just get the lore thing.
I wanted to see if I could get an angle. I can go further.
Yeah, I think
Learn anything?
Further. Alright, so this time I think you're gonna need to make a trail. Are you? Oh wait, yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay. You first you gotta get the yeah. And now it's gonna start. You need to make it swing over to where that pyre is. There you go. Now you need to make a hex thing to make that fire reach the other side. Yeah, there you go. Now just hit the fire once and it'll work. There you go. Now move it to the left and you're good. Oh, now, yeah, and then make another hex bubble. You gotta hit the fire.
Let's try and do one of them.
Looks like that worked.
There you go.
You know, these aren't too bad, but I think
these ones are fine.
Well, that's
it's just, yeah, remember those couple of really annoying ones.
They're still better than the bell puzzles. The bell puzzles are...
Oh yeah, you can definitely get the Raven
I don't
from
think I
here.
can get it.
One more for the tree. That's everything I need. Let's return to the six maidens.
Break those pots.
Cure.
I am Link.
I promised I would take care of my people.
You do not even remember her. Nor she you.
And?
Let us return.
As for Pollux, she wants to become human again because she's human turned mutant. Boss.
I mean, aren't most of the mutants human turned mutants? You know, speaking of what Toko said earlier, how he was like, you know, you gotta have a couple villains that are just there to be evil. Which I get that. So, you know what, I'm behind the idea, even if it's not my favorite right away. Oh, I forgot those guys explode. Well, he left some help. I saw a post online where somebody was talking about how, like, old villains were just evil, old Disney villains were evil, and now they're all, like, redeemable or something like that, where they have a tragic backstory that makes
sense. Annoying twist.
Yeah, and and they were like, can't we get a couple villains that are just evil for evil's sake? And someone commented, oh, you want those boring one-dimensional villains who have nothing interesting about them? It's like, the fact that they're one-dimensional is what makes them interesting.
We have collected the plans.
Could this be? I feel my vitality.
And I really hated that
returning
comment.
to
It
me.
was...
That's so stupid.
I feel
People are so dumb.
Freya.
I am here.
I knew you would return. Even as the doubters cursed your name.
Thank you. But it's time to rest.
Where do the dead go
You
now
have
if
earned it.
Asgard is gone?
Thank you, my
Folkvanger?
queen.
No. Oh, that's right, the
The veneer version. Either Folkvanger or Helheim.
Oh, a bunch of flowers grew where she died.
Yep.
Shall we continue?
Yes.
We got an amulet enchantment. Yay.
Enchantment.
We still need to upgrade our amulet, by the way.
Well, we need to find upgrades.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we have so many basic ones.
Yeah. Alright, I was going towards, like, where a Leandorm would be. It's 6:57. If you want to wrap up soon, I'd recommend really quick just making a quick visit to Alfheim.
Serpent Snare, what's that? What's a Serpent Snare? Interesting. Alright, you want to go to Alfheim?
I'd recommend it, yeah.
Oops. Where is a...
There.
Do-do-do, we're going down the river again.
Going down the bayou. Going down the bayou. Going down the bayou. Do not know the lyric.
We don't want to get copyright. What's up? No,
What are you doing in my swamp?
Drek is love. Drek is life.
I must say, I think we make a good team.
Monkey.
With my brains,
Can we kill
Kratos'
the monkey?
brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
She does have a surprising amount of brutality. I never really pictured Freya as a brutal.
Well, she's been through some shit, so...
What are you talking about? The only thing that matters is her son.
She's just a lady.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hel's army,
I'm curious
but
about
was
this.
reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hrasfelger.
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
Mimir, what exactly did you promise the large bird?
Oh, nothing too horrifying. It's just that she'd like to retire.
Retire? Hel's eagle wants to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be Hel?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else to step in and become Hel, as it were.
Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather, infinite hours, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless. Or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos, yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
Is that not a side quest? Why is that not a side quest? Make Mimir the king of hell.
Upper left. Alright. Go to the canyons.
The canyons?
Yeah.
Why are we going to the canyons? What's in the canyon?
A cannon.
A canyon?
I look forward to exploring Alfheim and not having to fight Hel.
Oh? What makes you think that's an option?
They've united, haven't they? What possible reason would they have to attack us?
Sorry to say, but there are still plenty of elves out in the Barrens eager for conflict.
But why? Freyr united them. They fought together at
Still should have been a thing we saw at the very least.
Spent their lives in combat. Peace is not always an option.
That's how they explain there still being basic elves. I don't know.
Hey, hot stuff. Remember, I need that.
Got it.
orb.
We'll keep with the fucking orb. Yeah, what do you want me to do? Oh.
Wait a bloody moment. Is that
Thor's hammer and his daughter?
I'll make you proud, Dad.
Oh, she can lift it.
There you go.
Well, good for her.
I thought that would be a cool thing to end on.
And we're gonna end that here while I try and shoot the sky down.
So yeah, finished off a lot of characters' stories basically, and now we finished Thrude's.
Now we just have all the extra stuff to do, which
we need to find that orb.
That orb. That's the most important thing we need to do is find them.
The whole next stream should be called the Quest for the Orb.
All right, let's see who is still streaming. We could go raid. Let's go raid our friend Jeremy. Oh, we could. Well, Nictaru's playing.
Oh, Dutsy Siren just got here.
Unfortunate.
Sorry, Dutsy Siren. It has been 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we do have to get going. So thank you all, guys, for dropping by. I hope to see you all next time.
It's good to have played through this full story
Yes.
on stream.
There will be no stream tomorrow since we're doing it today, but there will be our normal Thursday stream on Thursday, where I don't know what I'm going to play on Thursday. I haven't decided yet. We'll see about that when Thursday comes, and until then, stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy. Most importantly, be thankful for everything and everyone in your life. Andrew, is there anything you want to say before we head out?
Thanks for sticking with us all the way through this really awesome game.
Yeah, this game is really a 9 out of 10, and I only say that because it's really hard to give a game a 10 out of 10. Not because this game isn't good enough, just...
It's because we do have some things that I think could have been done a lot better. And
I'd also have to think about it more, but I don't think I'd give this game a 10 out of 10.
I give it a high 9.
Yeah, it's a solid 9.
Definitely. I can't give it less than a 9. That would...
if I really thought about it, maybe I found some major flaws, I'd give it an 8, but I'm giving it an 8.
Much easier sticking through this than AC Origins. Much easier playing through it as well.
Yeah, AC Origins was... I understand now why Anakin said he hates sand, and that it's rough, of course, and it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
And most importantly, what's the number one rule here in the Dragon's Den? I want to see you all type it out. That's right. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Who believes in you? Bye-bye, chat, and we'll see you on Thursday.